Okay. I think the audio is a little low. Let's see what's up with that.
There's no need to knock. I saw you, Suzumiya, at the door.
What the Sigma? Okay, yeah, it was quite low in volume. Okay, this should be good. I think. Just gonna wait until more people get here. Because I also want to do my Young Yue Pool Sluggerhead Hood assisted a screening of Nora's film where shadows walk in the suitcase. When the lights came back on, Jun Youngsu was found peacefully asleep in her chair. She is so me. Lisa and Louise received 2 hairbands of different colors on their birthday. The next day, the hairbands they wore were of the same color, but no one seemed to notice. Huh. Curious. Rather curious indeed. Oh, okay. Also, oh my god, I didn't remember we got the free temple. Eager to use it. Hashtag soon. Oh my god, new achievements. Awesome. Also, I didn't see... Huh. Okay, no problem. Yay. I was gonna... Oh yeah, I didn't see the trailer, so... when I click on the event page, we're going to have to see it. Because I didn't see it. I know which characters will be on banner, but I don't know... I don't know what the event's about. But yeah, I guess we should get going.
Cut. More. Hit harder. It has to feel real. Roll again.
What? Not again!
I've heard they're assisting us with Nightpiercer, our arcanist vigilante.
Yes, sir.
Our suspect is highly unpredictable. Much time.
Oh my.
Director Noir, I heard someone's been stalking you.
Probably just crazy fans. I'm used to it. Now get to makeup. This is an important scene.
About that fire 8 years ago. What happened?
Did you join my cause just to interrogate me?
First, the Nightpiercer case. Now this mass hysteria. If they're trying to bring a movie to life, Then the last puzzle piece. The Shahua Parade.
Wow, what's that?
That's Jinliang, the Xiandao beast.
So cool, like a big cat. Thanks.
What's your status, 9527?
No sign of the suspect. Over.
丽丽，你望到啲乜嘢啊？ Wow, what an awesome parade!
Eyes on suspect. Requesting backup.
强龙祭出，王者过，斩杀凶旧，小劫不降。Look, it's the real 桥梁。
Oh, this is gonna be absolute cinema. I can feel it. Okay, awesome. But should we first get to our pulls? I've been holding back ever since this version dropped because I wanted to do it with you guys. So I have quite a bit saved up, but I also wanted to pull for Noir. But yeah, let's... This is it, guys. Let's go. Okay, nothing. Luggerhead, yay. Okay, one more. Nothing. Another loggerhead. One more. Nothing. Let's keep going. This just feels like the let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Please. Do my prayers mean nothing to you? Oh. Ooh. Please, 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 please. This is it, guys. Oh. This animation is so good. Hell yeah.
7405, Liang Yue reporting for duty. Ma'am, please allow me to handle any investigations, from surveying crime scenes to hunting down perpetrators. Oh, you want to be friends? I see. Then I will adjust my mindset.
Oh, she's such a cutie. I like her. Also, she's got that shit on. While I wait for everyone to get here, I'll start leveling her up. Where is she? Also, oh my god,
You're finally here.
Winsong looks so pretty. So pretty.
There is a new discovery of mine.
She looks so pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Mwah. Here she
Hello, ma'am.
is.
I'm writing a report on the Critter Brawl at Dodger Stadium. The first thing we learn as vigils is to always stay alert and always stay informed.
Okay, I'll get to this later. Also, wow, Kakanya looks so pretty, guys. She looks so pretty. I'm still so emotional. Look at her. Ah, I like her. I like her. I like Isolde. I like everyone. But yeah, let's get to reading the story. Fresh police story. Nothing like a cold welcome to greet a rookie. Okay. I won't be autoing it this time because the starring Liang Yue, Noir, and Loggerhead Showdown in Chinatown because it would skip through the parts I need to narrate too fast. It is said that during the Shang and Zhong dynasties, our land was plagued by malevolent creatures. Okay, I'll keep quiet for now.
受天子之托，向12摄提神请愿，得巫武之力，降服恶兽，收为己用，更名为显道兽。显道兽得摄提神感召，化为驱逐世间诡异、护一方安宁的神兽，得万民敬奉。然至唐末时，战乱频起。 为受显道兽之传承延续，最后的芳香氏在先去之前，将其分别托付给12镇子。其中，显道兽强梁，壮虎衔蛇，凶悍无匹。得强梁之人，后以兽为名，改姓为梁，世代相承。时至今日。 虽说世间已不再有妖魔肆虐，梁家也已不像过去那样风光，但家族上下都始终牢记祖训。
Okay.
守礼克己，秉公持正，将为世间惩奸除恶视为己任。翻开家谱，每一个名字后面，必定都是一个行得端、坐得正、响当当的梁家子弟。 然而，显道兽强梁却已有近100年未曾现身了。直到你，我最引以为傲的女儿，直到你再一次唤醒了强梁，你可知自己肩负着何种重望？
His hand rests on the girl's shoulder, its weight like that of the world.
我知道的，爸爸，你就相信我吧。
She has heard the story 1,000 times, and for years, this answer has been engraved in her mind, for it is the only answer she has ever been allowed to give.
I will not fail our family. I will fulfill my destiny as a worthy master of Qiangliang.
Morning, guys. All right. Who wants to hit me with some good news and make my day a little easier?
I had seen her before, but oh my god, she's so pretty. She looks so cute. She's so pretty. And also, I really like this badge, this chameleon badge. She looks so pretty, you guys!
The report on that summoning ritual is done. Seems like the destination was some farm out in the sticks.
Hey, did someone take the pendulum without signing it out? We've only got one to go around.
Everyone in the Division of Arcane Affairs is caught up in the chaos of their own work, too busy to notice the officer who has just stepped in.
Let's try this another way. First 3 of you to give me some good news will earn yourselves a coffee. My treat.
Get ready, Dee, because what I'm about to tell you next is gonna blow your mind.
Save me a cup. I gotta find our pendulum thief first.
Apparently, it doesn't take much to become the most popular person in the office. But before anyone can earn a steaming cup of joe, an angry shout interrupts them.
Hello? Excuse me? I'm still here. I'm a tax-paying citizen. I pay your salary, so why don't you stop gossiping and do your job?
真係上梁不正下梁歪。
He shoots Portier a glare before stomping his way out of the Division of Arcane Affairs, muttering curses under his breath.
Him again? What's he complaining about this time?
Having brought the missing pendulum back to its place, the officer strides over and grabs a coffee. He shrugs.
some nonsense about making a mistake while we were out searching for a dog in Chinatown.
A missing pooch? Since when are we the dog patrol?
I know, it's not our job. And then he got all huffy about us being brash and naive. And then I was right back to complaining about the incident last year.
You remember when that rookie saw bruises on a kid and kicked up a whole fuss about child abuse? Turned out it was just some traditional Chinese massage. After they got cleared of the charges, the kid's parents were fuming about it for weeks. But like, come on, it's literally a rookie mistake. He apologized and they forgave him. You'd think that'd be a problem solved, right? But this guy just wouldn't let it go. He's not even related.
Still, must have left a bad taste in his mouth, I guess. I just don't get why he's complaining about it to us. We don't find missing dogs. We find critters.
They exchange a glance, and Poitier lets out a sigh.
Well, at least most folks are friendly. Yeah, well, I was asking for good news. So how about something upbeat?
Sorry, I've got nothing of that particular flavor. Just the opposite.
Let me guess. Our vigilante struck again?
The officer drops the morning paper in front of her. As her eyes land on the headline, her coffee suddenly smells bitter.
The vigilante night piercer bestows justice to LA streets. Ugh, so melodramatic. Who got hit this time?
Some rich varsity boys. They got in the news over some hazing incident that put a teammate into the ICU. But you know how it is. Strings are pulled and all the charges went away.
But get this. All of them were found penned up on the school's fencing this morning. And with those injuries, looks like they can kiss college football goodbye.
Hate to say it, but I gotta side with the vigilante on this one. Those kids were monsters. Still.
We're the police, and crime is crime. Doesn't matter how scummy the victims might be.
Irritated, Poitier tosses the newspaper onto one of the many cluttered desks around her.
The arcane skill this guy cast. Using those needles? It's like he's trying to imitate Detective CO7. What's up with that?
CO7? Like from the movie series? Don't act so surprised I've seen them. You know I love movies about Arcanum.
So, do we got anything?
Have you seen the look on Chief Eldon's face yet?
Poitier looks over at the deputy chief's office, squinting as she tries to see through the slatted blinds.
Hot damn. I know that look. Wasn't the last time when he found out his daughter was dating some jackass crook? I know this night piercer guy's been tricky, but is it really that bad?
You don't know the half of it. The pressure's been building on him. Now, apparently the up-tops are sending us some support. Some cadet from the Vigils Bureau. I guess they've decided we're not working hard enough, or something.
Vigils? From the Foundation? Aren't they only responsible for the Arcanum crimes that'll cause serious consequences? I don't see how this night piercer guy is their kind of trouble. Besides, how's a Vigil even going to help us? They don't know the city like we do. And not even a full agent, just a cadet. Wait, did you say cadet?
Poitier's head snaps back to the officer, her eyes wide. She can just let that word slide by without notice.
You heard me. Apparently, they decided this is gonna be a thing. Send the cadets along to assist and test their chops. So now we're not just dog catchers, we're babysitters too.
Is this some kind of joke?
Your words, my lips.
The chief said it's a chance to develop a better working relationship between us and the Vigils. I think Brass just wants to cozy up with the St. Pavlo Foundation.
She downs the rest of her coffee and tosses the empty cup into the trash.
Yeah, that would explain the look on Eldon's face. So what? Anyone know when this cadet is due? Or hell, anything useful at all?
I heard tell it's some Chinese girl from a famous family of arcanists. She's got a mega powerful familiar, and that's why the Vigils recruited her.
Really? Just for her familiar? That can't be the only reason. Did she at least, score well on her tests?
Apparently, she didn't even take the test.
Oh my.
She was still in training when she was picked. No field experience at all.
Poitier tries to maintain her steely demeanor, but the frustration proves too much to contain.
So you mean this girl's a total liability? Some spoiled rich kid debutante looking for a chance to polish her resume?
The officer lets out a dry chuckle, but as her reply is about to leave her lips, her eyes flick behind Poitier and her tone changes.
That's not exactly what I said.
They wouldn't put just anyone in this position. The office falls silent as all eyes turn to the unfamiliar figure standing in the doorway.
Excuse me. I'm Vigil Cadet Liang Yue from the St. Pavlov Foundation, Vigil's Bureau, reporting for duty, ma'am. Could you please point me to Deputy Chief Alden?
He's in his office.
Poitier is the one to break the silence. She jerks her head toward the office in the corner as she speaks.
I see. Thank you.
Also, oh my, so shiny everything. I like it. She offers a slight nod and, under the scrutiny of every officer present, makes her way to the deputy chief's office. As soon as the door is shut, murmurs break out like wildfire.
That's our princess? I've seen street rats bigger. I bet I could lift her up with one hand.
Don't forget her familiar. Though, I don't see it now. So she must be a summoner.
Lucky her. I wish my great-great-great-grandpa left me something like that.
So what's Eldon gonna do? No way he's letting this baby rat scare
Baby
me into
rat?
investigation. I'll show her the door myself if he'll let me.
Guaranteed our Vigil to be is a spoil airheaded legacy pick. I can't imagine she's the type to follow orders.
Guys, we won't get any answers just sitting here.
Yeah, you're right. I need to get back to work. Josh is out on leave, so I've got to cover all his cases.
Hey, hold on. I've got a way to get the scoop on this girl.
Before Poitier can walk away, she grabs her sleeve and, with a knowing look on her face, indicates toward the deputy chief's office.
Liang Yue, specially recommended by the Foundation's East Asia branch for selection into the Vigil's Bureau, top of class during your training. Selected to serve as the pilot for the Vigil Cadet Field Training Program with the LAPD Division for Arcane Affairs. It's an impressive resume.
Thank you, sir. Actually, it's not that...
Did I ask for an explanation?
Her voice falters for a moment.
No, sir.
Then don't give me one. You talk when I tell you to talk. You sit when I tell you to sit, and you do exactly as I say when I say. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
On the other side of the thin walls of the office, the officers exchange smirks as they listen in to their conversation.
Classic Eldon. Reminds me of the good old days.
Good? The hell was so good about them? I think you've taken one too many smacks on the noggin. Still, she isn't as stuck up as I expected.
And she's probably a wuss. I figured she was gonna backtalk him. More like a meek little mouse than a rat.
They press their ears against the wall and fall silent once again.
I've been told you're here to assist us in catching the vigilante known as Night Piercer. But one look at you tells me you don't have the chops. I'll bet you're greener than any rookie on my force. Now, Liang, answer me. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
On this beat, you're going to encounter arcane crime that is worse than anything you've seen in your training. Beyond your imagination. Are you prepared?
Yes, sir.
When it comes to dealing with arcanist criminals, you need wits and you need strength. One mistake and you could end up in a casket on that long flight back home. So I ask again, are you up to this challenge?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
No, you aren't.
He pulls a newspaper from a drawer and slams it onto the desk.
Read it.
Johnny 3 times captured. Scammer defrauds elderly, leading to tragic death and grieving family.
The arcanist scammer Johnny 3 times has been apprehended. Using his arcane skill, Ominous Obeisance, he manipulated his victims to do anything he asked, specifically transferring all their money to him. In order to successfully cast his arcane skill, he requires his target to answer yes 3 times in 1 minute.
If you had been dealing with him, he'd already have you dumping your trust fund into his bank account. Or worse.
With all due respect, sir, that isn't a fair evaluation. I wouldn't have answered you that way if you were not my commanding officer.
Fair? There is no fair when it comes to arcanists. You've read the headlines about this guy and think you know what to expect? But what if he had abilities the news didn't know about? What if he could disguise himself? Or do you think that crooks just leave their resumes behind at the crime scene?
For a brief moment, she's at a loss for words.
No, sir.
This article was published a week ago. If you were as ready as you claimed, you should have known about this con man and his arcane skill. If you had any smarts, you'd have at least figured out I was probing you. But you didn't. I don't know what the Foundation and your vigils teachers taught you. Frankly, I don't care. Because you don't have the practical skills necessary to keep yourself alive on these streets. I will absolutely not put a kid like you on the Night Piercer case.
His cold voice carries through the wall. The officers outside exchange glances.
Cold and ruthless as a Minnesota winter. Elgin's never been a people person. Guess that's why they keep him stuck down here with us.
I don't know. I agree with him. But he's being pretty rough on her.
She's definitely too young for this. What you think? She gonna cry?
Look, if she can't handle the chief, then she can't handle this city.
Is that right? I seem to remember someone's eyes going red a few times on her first day.
What? Shut up! I didn't.
Shh. Listen.
They fall silent again, waiting to hear what fate will befall the young vigil cadet.
End of discussion. If you want to call home to your daddy or the Foundation and get reassigned somewhere else, be my guest. But as long as you're in my department, you'll follow my rules. For now, I'll assign you some of the lighter cases. This is grunt work, kid. Try not to mess it up.
Hold on. I've got a bad feeling.
Poitier's eyes widen, but it's too late to act.
Area Poitier will be your partner in field training.
Oh my.
She'll be happy to help you adjust. Isn't that right, Officer Poitier?
Poitier can't help but mutter a curse under her breath.
Crap. Guess my day isn't getting any easier.
Teehee. Okay, yeah, it's quite peak so far. Oh, wait. With a professional production team, limitless budget, and official sponsorship, our marketing prowess is unmatched. Turn on the TV. Your close companion is here. Close companions, everyone's best friends. The earliest of these companions can be traced back to the east, where the Jeune befriended the powerful Xiandao beast. Together, they battle against evil and maintain peace and harmony. To this day, the Liang family still takes pride in the bond their ancestors shared with the Changliang, the Xiandao beast. The Xiandao beasts protect the world, a story familiar to every child, often whispered by their mothers to soothe them to sleep. But it's not just a legend. Close companions also exist around us. Your gray-headed chickadee poet, your imaginary wolf friend, your changeling childhood playmate. What the Sigma? Jessica mentioned! They've long been a part of our lives and have become our most loyal friends. Now, it's your turn to find your own close companion, or perhaps get one for the kids. Thanks to the new Babel Critter Rehab Center, critter companions are coming to every home. Special thanks to the St. Pavlov Foundation for providing the companion footage featured in this program. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. This is not a business ad. What we're looking for, genuine and passionate individuals. Help us show the world what we do. Insert DVD. Is there an Arcanum situation you're dealing with? Got a dispute with your Arcanist neighbor? Don't worry, we're here to help. We are the Vigils Bureau, committed to upholding the Vigils Mediation Code, protectors of peace in every situation. Whether it's for you or your local police, we've got your back. Next time, leave this to the Foundation's PR department. These guys are hopeless at this, the senior remarked, sealing away the footage while struggling to keep a straight face. I'm getting a headache. Your evaluations will just have to be postponed for another 3 months. Awesome. Simply awesome. Total crisis. Put down the donut, drop the radio, and lick the sugar off your fingers. This is no joke. Awesome.
Here we are. Get out. First case of the day. Anytime regular beat cops find a case related to Arcanum, they'll call it into dispatch, and then we get to come mop it up. This is what we call a basic Arcanum incident. The bread and butter of our work, kid. It's not often that we get anything urgent, but you've got to stay on your toes. But to be honest, I hope we don't get anything big today. Last thing I want is to take a rookie like you into a real emergency.
I hope so too.
That's yes, ma'am. You got me? You're probably thinking I'm trying to put you in your place, huh? That I'm just bossing you around. But get off your high horse, princess, because as long as I'm your field instructor, you need to show some respect.
This is the pro tip her colleagues gave her before she left. If your trainee has powerful connections, you've got 2 choices. Either make sure they know who's in charge from day one, or spend the rest of your day sucking up to them. But it seems she and her colleagues were worrying over nothing.
But I don't have a horse, and I didn't think you were bossy. I'm honored to have you as my partner and field instructor.
I don't have a
I look forward
horse.
to learning under you.
Yeah. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. How? No, man, I'm so hungry. How hungry? I always think about that. And also, baby, I love her. I love her. Pretty humble coming from a big shot cadet. Poitier narrows her eyes, only to be met with an earnest, slightly puzzled gaze.
Is there something wrong with what I said, ma'am?
Are you just that much of a pushover? Or is this all an act?
Pardon? I don't quite understand.
Nothing. Just keep close. You never know what can happen with these cases.
They take their last few steps up to the door and ring the bell. Gustavo White, hello Mima, hello my son. Pulp Fiction Reverse 1999 edition. Actually, yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't watched Pulp Fiction. I have never watched it. I have watched Kill Bill, but not. Oh my God, someone's. Yeah. I have never watched Pulp Fiction before. I've heard of it, but never watched it, so I don't know how accurate this is. But if you say so, I'm gonna trust you. They take their last few steps up to the door and ring the bell. Heavy footsteps approach from within, and the door is flung open with a bang.
Ugh, finally! Do you know how long I've been waiting? Those monsters are at it again! Do something!
The voice is killing me. Such an enthusiastic welcome isn't exactly what the Vigil cadet was expecting. She turns her head, only to see her instructor comfortably positioned a few feet behind her. Looks like she'll have to handle this one on her own.
Please remain calm, ma'am. We're here now, and we won't let them hurt you. Am I correct that you reported there are critters that have broken into your house? Could you describe them for us? Do you have an idea how many?
Ugh, I don't know. Like a ton? A bunch? 2.5 buttloads? I didn't stick around to count them.
Even among the woman's chaotic shouting, useful information can be extracted. Young quickly formulates a plan.
So, there are many of them. In that case, I suggest we split up, ma'am. You could stay here and keep the lady safe, and send me to take the critters down. Given we're in the city, I suspect them to be tamed, and it's possible that someone may be controlling them. Once we've established their type, we may be able to deduce the incantation that's controlling them. Some incantations can be easily traced, such as the manipulation incantation or the shadow incantation.
Ah! Over there! There they are!
Please stay behind me, ma'am. We are... they?
She freezes her mid-step, her eyes locking onto a corner of the yard. From the shadows, a row of plump creatures waddles into view.
Is this... This appears to be a Monchello, a new breed of critter from the Miss New Bible Critter Rehabilitation Center, endorsed by the LSCC. They are medium to large in size and classed as non-aggressive. The Monchello consumes base arcane materials and extracts the energy from them. They are intended to assist in the arcane production industry. They've been slated for worldwide distribution. But why are they here?
Well, what are you waiting for? Do something! Kill them! Ah!
Kill them? Oh man, please don't worry. They will not attack people. And it's against our procedures to kill non-aggressive critters without authorization.
English MF, do you speak English? Everyone speaks English here, bro.
But they're destroying my azaleas! And the stairs in my lawn! And they almost bit my sweetie's tail off! Ah!
Oh my! Even the ever-composed Vigil Cadet is momentarily at a loss for words.
Your sweetie? I see, ma'am. I will do my best to get them up.
She decides to put off investigating Sweetie's identity for now. But before she can act, a shrill voice interrupts from outside the yard.
Hey! Don't you dare lay a finger on my precious munchies!
What? Can I help you, sir?
I knew it! This jerk is my next-door neighbor? He keeps all kinds of these ridiculous smelly critters around. I order you to throw him and all his disgusting little pets in jail.
In jail! Okay.
Are you out of your mind? They're just some adorable munchalos! What kind of sicko would want to hurt them?
The shouting match quickly escalates as a barrage of increasingly colorful insults fills the air. Her face. Same, girl. I feel you. Young glances at her instructor. Poitier simply smirks and shrugs.
What did I tell you, huh?
Moo. This is so peak. This is Peem. I'll just auto it and hope for the best.
Dental checker.
Oh, they look so cute. Oh no. Officer, this thick fog is making my head spin. It reeks from those stinky, clumsy oafs. Damn it. They've all scurried behind those crates. Well, go ahead. What are you waiting for? Moo moo. Don't listen to this lunatic, officer. If it weren't for her little devil constantly provoking my children, they'd never have stepped into his filthy yard. Alright, sir, ma'am. Please stop arguing. Please step aside a little. I'll give you both a satisfactory answer. I need to move those crates first. Otherwise, those munchalos would just keep circling around them. There was something I read in the New Babel Critter Training Guide. Munchalos become extremely drowsy after intense activity. Looks like it's time to put that to the test. Moo.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Thank you for your cooperation.
A little trick.
Moo. Honk Shoo. Alright, sir. Please bring your pets and come with us. The police station will handle further processing as needed. Oh, my sweet babies. Daddy's taking you home right now.
We worked on this collaboration together. I'll write you into my paper.
Winsong looks so pretty. I love this garment.
Finally, lunchtime. I'll grab the cheeseburger and an Americano. Large.
A burger. But also, who the Sigma has burgers with coffee? Shaking my head. The front door to the diner has barely closed by the time Poitier has shouted out her order. It seems this is just another part of a beat cop's routine.
So, some fluffy trespassers, an alchemy incident, a noise complaint for a werewolf infected, and a speeding ticket on an unregistered arcane vehicle. Honestly, busier than I expected, but it all went smoother than I expected too. We've earned ourselves a decent lunch, I'd say. So what do you want, princess?
Liang studies the menu on the wall, hesitating to answer.
What? Don't tell me our little vigil princess can't stomach a bit of fast food. Better get used to it, kid. We're on a tight schedule. There's no time for fancy dining.
Oh, it's not that. It's just... Are all the restaurants here so expensive? This is the first time I've been to LA, and it seems things cost more than I expected.
Me, every single day. Poitier's taken aback.
What, you broke? You telling me the foundation, can't afford to pay you a decent wage?
Oh no. It's... my subsidy should be enough for daily necessities. It's only the... I was hoping to save some money, but it seems the prices here won't allow me to. Sorry, please forget it. I'll have a chicken sandwich. Thank you.
Awesome choice. I love chicken sandwiches.
Okay.
The order is placed. The two take a seat at Poitier's usual spot.
Alright, question time, rookie. Because I think I've got the wrong impression. What I heard was that you were some pampered rich kid from a crazy old legendary family.
After a brief flicker of surprise, Liang's expression shifts. It's as if she is expected to hear this question, or at least has grown accustomed to it.
It's true. The Liang family have a long history and many legendary ancestors. But that was a long time ago. Nowadays, we're not so different from any other ordinary family.
Sure. Ordinary. That's definitely what I think of when I see you. I also heard that you've got a familiar.
You mean Qiangliang?
Yeah, sure, that. Come on! It's some mysterious arcane creature from the Far East. Everyone in the DAA is curious about it, myself included. So, you gonna show me?
Liang looks a little troubled.
Now? I'm sorry, but I must refuse your request, Miss Poitier. With all due respect, the Qiangliang is a sacred being. It is deserving of great respect. It has a divine mission to expel diseases and evil beings, and has guarded the world through the ages. Maybe that just sounds like old legends, but it's the truth. We've recorded every battle it fought in our family chronicles. And we're only allowed to borrow its power when we're in the greatest of danger. Please understand that I can't just summon it simply to show it to others.
Okay. I'm not unreasonable, princess. If it's a sacred thing or whatever, I won't bother you over it.
From Liang's sincerity, it's clear that this isn't just an excuse. Poitier isn't annoyed by it, but she does seem a little bored by the overly serious response. An awkward silence falls at the table. Luckily, the waitress breaks it with the arrival of their meals.
Anyway, I guess I should say you're doing a lot better than I thought today. And I don't just give out compliments, you got that? So take some pride in it. But don't get cocky either. This was all chump work. You haven't seen the ugly side of this job yet. This morning might have been a cakewalk, but this job can blindside you just like that. Never underestimate anything.
She takes a hefty bite of her burger and launches into a monologue, the food still rolling around in her mouth. Liang simply looks blank. Poitier finally swallows.
Hey, you in there, princess?
I apologize, but in our family, we have a rule. 食不言，寝不语. It means we believe you shouldn't talk when eating or sleeping.
Oh, I'm cooked. I sleep talk a lot, apparently. I've heard people say that I do.
What? You're kidding. You're trying to say I'm being rude? Or wait, you're serious, aren't you?
Liang sits totally still, her expression unchanged.
What kind of stupid rule is that? Besides, why would anyone be talking while they're asleep? What, like you can't sleep talk? How do you even control that?
Literally. Poitier appears to be giving the question some genuine thought.
Sorry, maybe I didn't translate it right. It means keep quiet before sleep.
Oh, okay. For a long moment, Poitier stares at her, dumbfounded. Then she slumps back in her seat.
The heck? So many rules. Damn, princess, you must have had a miserable childhood.
Yeah, she's getting cooked.
Let me guess. Every day was courses and training, stuck inside, no books, no movies? Did they even let you watch Saturday morning cartoons? I've heard of kids like you. Sounds worse than jail to me. A childhood like that is rough, kid. It's bad for your head. Bad for the job, too.
Liang furrows her brow a little. She can't follow her thought process at all.
I don't understand why you're upset, Miss Poitier. How is it bad for the job?
Did you check the list of incidents before we set off? There's a case we're going to after lunch. A director that received some kind of threat. She's shooting a film in China.
Noir!
Anyways,
yay! I like her.
And her movie is all about Arcana, so it's in our department. The point is, knowing's half the battle in this job. It'd be easier if you were a cinephile, or at least familiar with films. Maybe then you'd know a thing or two about her. She's famous for those Detective CO7 films.
Oh my!
The first movies to really put a focus on Arcanum and Arcanists. Something about it, though. The detective in those films used a skill a lot like this night piercer crook. What's her name again? Something with an N?
Poitier strains to recall the name. She only saw it flash on screen for a moment when she watched the film way back when. In her focus, she fails to notice the flash of surprise on Liang's face.
Noah.
Yes!
Yeah, that's it. Wait, so you...
Yes, I've watched her movies too.
Yay!
I'll be damned. So was it a special reward for getting straight A's, or...
Calling all nearby units. Code 3. We have a
Oh my!
situation at City Hall.
The radio announcement cuts their get-to-know-you session short.
Suspect is a registered Arcanist posing a threat to life. On-scene officers are requesting immediate Arcanist support.
City Hall. We're close by, aren't we?
Pack up. Lunchtime's over.
Okay. This is pretty peak so far. This is Peem. Spot check. This isn't me nitpicking, Rookie. We all had to learn this by heart. Listen up, Rookie. Since I'm your instructor, I need to make sure you don't embarrass me out there. Did you review the basic operational guidelines for Los Angeles Arcane Affairs officers before taking this job? Yes. First, All police operations must remain within Los Angeles's administrative jurisdiction. Second, we must develop practical and cohesive plans, procedures, and strategies to reduce Arcanum-related crimes and behaviors, improve the quality of life for citizens, and maintain harmonious relations between humans and Arcanists. Administrative Procedure 31109. In civil disputes involving Arcanum, mediation should be prioritized to minimize the impact of Arcanum-related factors, provide citizens with professional guidance, and avoid actions that could escalate conflicts. Oh, great, a model student response. Administrative Procedure 2005. In criminal cases involving Arcanum, Arcana Affairs officers in the vicinity should provide assistance whenever possible, minimizing harm to citizens. With that painfully by-the-book response, you might as well join Internal Affairs. They love that kind of stuff. Let's keep it simple. Remember, big or small, whenever Arcanum is involved, it's up to us, the Arcane Cops, to handle it. But don't worry too much. More often than not, the small stuff outweighs the big stuff. Understood? Instructor report here. Should I recite the rest? The rest? Nah, you sound like you've got that covered. On the topic of injury and death compensation. Alright, rookie, that's enough. They are quite silly. This isn't... okay. Complete. The scale once tried to measure it all order in chaos. Okay.
Let go of the hostage, sir! This won't do you any good! Go away! Damn it! That was close. Where's our backup?
DAA, at your service.
Oh, hello, Neon Nugget. I think we are in mutuals in this account, but on my main account, we are. So, hi, Oomph! How are you?
What's the situation?
See for yourself.
The city hall, usually bustling with foot traffic, now stands eerily empty. The reason is immediately clear. We are Oomphs? Yes, we are! Perhaps mild immersion break? Hi, this is Kermi! Kermi Leo Omayawa.
Don't come any closer. Stay back! Stay back!
Wait, we are. Yes, we are.
Please, don't kill me! I'm sorry.
This is like my side gig.
Please let me go. Shut up! It's too late now. Say another word and you are dead! Stay back!
He swings the blade in his hand wildly, his voice a furious, panicked snarl. Not sure. Yeah. The crowd on the other side of the police barricade instinctively recoils, but the woman standing just 10 paces away doesn't move an inch. Oh my god, found Oomph in the wild. Hell yeah. It's a small world, isn't it?
Hey!
She is so pretty. What the Sigma. I love this outfit. I love the turtleneck, the button up, the jacket, the pants, the beret. Whew. This outfit is immaculate.
You really don't want to do this.
Who's that? Doesn't look like one of ours.
Just some civvy. She was talking with the suspect before we got here.
That woman...
What, you know her? Look familiar or something?
No, just a thought. It's nothing.
The woman glances toward the officers, seeming to notice their conversation.
People make mistakes. But some mistakes can't be undone. Don't put that blood on your hands, or it'll never wash off. Is hurting this guy worth all that pain and guilt? Sooner or later, he'll get what's coming to him for what he's done. I promise you that.
Her words seem to have an effect. The hostage taker hesitates, his face contorted in pain, his grip on the knife fork faltering.
But, I must.
He's distracted. Rookie, time for us to take him down.
Okay, again, let's auto it and hope for the best. Also, I wanted the Druvis skin so bad, so bad, but it's the battle pass thing, so yeah, and I already bought the Roaring Month, so yeah. Also, oh my god, this was quick.
Please stand down, sir.
Although almost half his size, Liang manages to pin the suspect to the ground. The other officers swarm in, snapping handcuffs around his wrists before he can put up another fight.
Suspect under control. I repeat, suspect under control. No further backup needed.
The battles are so easy for dispatch. Thank God. Thank God. I struggle somewhat with the battles sometimes, even though my characters are pretty much like maxed out. They're I freeze level 60, but yeah, sometimes auto just doesn't do it. Looks like this case is wrapped up.
Nice moves. I was kind of hoping we get to see that familiar of yours, though.
A simple threat like this isn't worthy of Qiangliang. I have to reserve its assistance unless absolutely necessary.
So is this just another one of those rules? Or do you mean its help comes with a price tag?
I struggle too, but I actually suck. Me too, honestly, me too, because I don't know how to use some of the newer characters. Like, back when Windsong came out, I was struggling a bit, like, what the hell? And then I got over my skill issue, but just for Windsong, because I don't know how Barcarola works. I don't know how Cacania works. I just put them on auto and pray that everything goes well.
Both.
Also, she looks so cute. I am so emotional. Like, this is my daughter that I birthed myself. What the hell? Yeah, oh my god, because of that shit ass, because you know who I'm talking about. I keep saying what the Sigma, and I can't stop it. It's like an instinct at this point. I don't think she's watching right now, but she might see the VOD. I literally don't bother reading anything. I don't care about Kit. If I like someone, I'm pulling and I'm playing with them. I'm playing them. Me too. I don't know how to use Liang Wei. I just pulled her. I don't know how to use Barcarola. I don't know how to use Fatutu. I don't know how to use them. I just like them and I pull them. I don't care about meta. Unless it's like Path to Nowhere. Because I need to know what I'm doing to like progress further. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yes. Because that's bro for life. But like in Path to Nowhere, I have to care at least a little. But I don't care much because I like perhaps not much of public information, but my Path to Nowhere fave is Hella. And she is so bad. She's so bad at the game, but I like her so much, so I'm building her. I struggle in Path to Nowhere too, bro. Oh my god, me too. I'm like, I just got out of the inheritance thing. And oh my god, Zoya was so hype moments and aura. Like, okay, girl, we get it. We get it. Oh, hella faith hurts. It does, doesn't it? It does. That is my daughter that I birthed myself. Why is she always asking me for money? Like, okay, girl. I like her so much. I have yet to do her like the other phases of her interrogation though. And I really want to. I really want to. Despite the curtness of her response, her eyes widened a little at Poitier's astuteness. Poitier scowls.
That it?
What do you mean?
I mean, so far, every time you talk about the job or your family rules, it's just the surface level stuff. How do you actually feel about any of this?
I love Hella too. She's so charismatic. Path to Nowhere should make low tiers meta. Yes, they should. Like, why does she do no damage? I'm like, I need to use the good characters, but like, please, please, please let me use meta. Hella. Let me use her. Let me use her and still be good at the game. Please, 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 please. Young looks genuinely confused.
How I feel? I don't understand why it would be necessary to mention that.
Cause we're partners, kid. We've got to trust each other. How am I gonna let you watch my six if I don't even know how you tick?
Ah, they're partners. Hoping they get closer soon. But Liang still doesn't seem to get it.
I see. You're my partner and instructor during my assignment with the LAPD Division of Arcane Affairs. So, I'll do my best to learn from you and complete my work as assigned. I won't slow you down.
That's not what I'm... Forget it.
Huh?
Liang Stone all but says, my personal feelings don't matter. Poitier gives up trying to argue with someone with such a stubborn, unreadable demeanor. She simply stares at her, quietly seething to herself. Luckily, before things can spiral further, the hostage cuts through the tension.
Oh, thank God you took down that lunatic. I'm really grateful, miss. But ain't you a bit young to be an arcane affairs officer? I think I've seen that uniform somewhere else before. You're a vigil, right?
Is this the guy in the newspaper? If it is, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out!
Yes, sir. Wait.
Oh, she noticed it. Did she? Liang swallows the rest of her words as she stares at the hostage she just rescued, her expression suddenly wary.
I know you.
Yes, you do. I do as well.
The Arcanist scammer Johnny 3 times has been apprehended.
Johnny 3 times?
His arcane skill, ominous obeisance. He manipulated his victims to do anything.
Oh my god, it's raining. Wait a second. Let me close my window. Okay, I'm back. Otherwise, my bed would get all wet and I would be living in mold for the rest of my life.
You're that scammer Johnny 3 times.
Oopsie. Guess that's the downside of getting your name in the papers.
What? Didn't we already book that guy? What's he doing here?
He got a sweetheart deal. A reduced sentence in exchange for revealing where he stashed all the dough he stole. And it was a shitload of money, too. Apparently from some big donors to the mayor's re-election campaign. Of course he demanded he be present for the unveiling of his stash, so they brought him here. That's when this loony attacked the police escort, took him hostage.
Hey, easy, officer. You've already got me. No need to be so rough with the cuffs.
Clam it, Johnny.
We should have just let that guy ice him.
May I ask, officer, do we know if the man trying to kill him was...
Yeah, he's the son of a victim. This bastard took his mom for all she was worth, and when she found out, boom, heart attack.
He shakes his head, heaving a weary sigh. Johnny 3 times snickers.
Like mother, like son. He was just as dumb as his doddering old mom. Worse even, because he didn't even catch wise to it. It's a concrete jungle, baby, and it follows jungle rules. Survival of the fittest. Crap for brains here, never had a chance. If it wasn't me, it would have been someone else. What a joke. Imagine killing over just because you lost a bit of cash. Then we've got this dumbass coming at me with even less of a brain. Think about it. If he killed me, how's he gonna get his money back?
Shut the fuck up, asshole.
You tell him. You tell him. She levels a punch to his gut, sending him crumpling to the ground, gasping for air. Hell yeah.
Officer Poitier, what are you doing?
What? I'm teaching this douchebag a lesson.
But we can't do that. It's against the rules.
Young steps between the two, blocking Poitier from doing any more.
Well, I guess the vigils are a cut above the trash when it comes to the DAA. Am I right?
Poitier takes a deep breath as she tries to rein in her frustration.
Let's get this straight, rookie. You don't tell me what to do. I should have known. You're just the worst kind of cop. Everything by the book, sticking to your high and mighty principles like you know what's best.
What the Sigma? Weren't you guys like partners, friendsies? What the Sigma? She lets out a frosty huff and turns away.
Huh?
杨月，你为什么要告诉老师？因为你们那么做是不对的。高逆星，你不来就算了，为什么要让老师知道？我早说了，就不应该救他。等等，别走。
The clamor of fearful voices cuts her off.
No! Somebody stop him!
Oh my, what happened? What happened now? Also, oh my god, this soundtrack is a banger. Exorcism. Shh, the device is connected. It's calling your name.
Stay back! Help me! Help!
The city hall has been plunged back into chaos. Johnny lets out a shriek, scrambling to get as far away as possible. It's so good, I'm never taking it off as my background music. Yes, I had mine as the like the last batch, I think, because it was also so good.
Get away!
He hurls the officer aside. Blood drips down his fingers from the thumb he broke to slip his hand out of his cuffs. Oh my, what? He moves with inhuman strength, fighting off the approaching officers with ease.
Out of my way. I will kill you. I will kill you all.
Last patch was a banger too for you. I like 2.2s a lot too. Yeah, it was. I don't know, like Reverse 1999 never misses with the soundtrack. It's always so good.
Damn it, is this dude high or something?
No, I don't think this is drugs. It's an arcane skill. I sense some kind of evil spirit.
Evil spirit?
I think I can stop him, ma'am.
The tension between them has been totally forgotten. The situation is urgent. Poitier gives a sharp nod.
Fine, whatever it is, whatever you think you can do it.
I will. This is my duty.
Liang gives a firm nod before rushing toward the suspect.
Kill. I must kill this bastard! Who are you?
Please stay calm, sir. I have no weapon. I'm just here to make a phone call.
What? A phone call?
Yes. And you are going to make it.
Who are you dialing?
You'll soon find out. 强梁既出，王有不为，斩杀凶旧，消结不祥。
Okay, yeah, this was tough. This was tough as hell.
Hey, hello there.
Something is coming out of his body? Watch yourself, Ricky. What is that? It seems to be some kind of non-corporeal specter. No, that's not right. I don't sense any ghostly aura around them. They must be ghost plagues. The hell are those? According to Eastern records, they're entities that bring calamity, disease, and malevolent curses. But this time, astonishingly, these ghost plagues have taken on human form. I don't know why yet, but something must have triggered their transformation. Officer Poitier, please step back. My duty, alongside Chang Liang, has always been to drive out these ghost plagues. It's time to put an end to this disturbance. Hell yeah.
I can't make it. No need to look back. Useful? Brought you the honor of the forest.
Just like the prophecies of the woods, the scales have already been tipped in my direction.
No! My head! I'm so sorry, Mama.
With one last garbled whisper, the man collapses. The officers around him remain frozen, still too wary to approach.
Should we cuff him?
Allow me. But I believe we should bring him to the hospital to be checked over immediately.
Think you can handle him? We got this con man to take care of.
She follows the older officer's gaze. Not long ago, Johnny 3 times was brimming with arrogance. Now he's a crumpled heap on the floor. A dark stain has formed on the crotch of his pants.
God, what a loser.
For real. Poitier sneers, shaking her head as she turns away. She hesitates, then shifts her gaze to Liang.
So, you know what I'm about to say, right? Hmm?
Liang looks visibly confused, although more understandably this time.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is that what you want? For me to say it? Sorry.
Aw, she's so blushy.
I felt bad for that guy, but there was nothing we could do for him while he was possessed. If it weren't for you, we might have shot him.
Oh my god.
Well done, Visual Liang. And please just forget what I said. I was out of line.
The moment her apology ends, she turns her head, unwilling to see Liang's reaction. But after a long pause, there is no response. Poiter is so good. I love her. Me too. She's so cool. She's so cute as well. I like her so much. Please, please, please let her be playable.
Say something.
She looks back to see Liang frozen in surprise.
Oh, right.
She was so surprised. Oh my god.
It's okay. I didn't take it to heart.
Good. Who's there?
A stifled laugh hits their ears. Poitier springs back like a startled cat.
Sorry, I shouldn't eavesdrop. It's a bad habit. It's just... You remind me of my friends back in the old days.
You're the lady that tried to help us soothe him. Thank you for the help. It could have turned out much worse if you hadn't been there. Thank you again.
That's too kind of you, young Vigil. I just did what anyone should. Really, it was you and your partner that were the real heroes.
Also, I'm sensing some flags here. Is this the guy they're after? The person with the needles? Don't tell me, but I have a feeling that this might be the one.
You're too modest, ma'am. Actually, forgive me for asking. Haven't I seen your face before?
She studied the woman's face for quite some time before speaking this thought aloud. They haven't met in person, no. It was in some other way, but how? Where? She has barely begun forming the words when the woman gives her the answer.
Good to know that someone still remembers those old flicks, even after all these years.
The features of the face beneath the beret overlap with a face from Liang's memory. But the face she remembers lacks the maturity and composure of the woman before her. That face was brimming with youthful confidence, full of fire and energy. Who cares who she is? She's gorgeous. She is, isn't she? Like, oh, hello there. Also, I'm being so painfully gay today. This is what Reverse 1999 does to people. But one thing has remained the same. Those bright shining eyes, like stars twinkling on silver screens and television sets.
Yes, from the movies. That's right. You are...
Oops, you got me. I'm casing. Or were you hoping I'd say Detective CO7?
Oh my god, it just occurred to me. This reminds me I need to play that game. That when aren't you... Okay, well, some people might not know, okay? But yes. This reminds me about that game that's like been all over my timeline. That's like a Love Curse, Find Your Soulmate. I have bought it. I want to play it so bad, but I need to edit a couple videos. And but I promised, no, I won't touch this game until I'm done editing and subtitling. And I am suffering. I'm suffering so bad. I want to play it so bad. She winks at the two dumbfounded officers. I love Love Curse. I don't know their names, but...
Will take some time. You'll need to wait for now.
I don't know their names, but I like the white-haired one so bad. I want her so bad. Like, apparently I've heard word on the streets is that she drugs and kidnaps you, but she's so pretty, I couldn't care less. I also like the CEO, because she seems kind of like a girl failure. She gives off that vibe, like, I can sense one when I see one. I, of course, mentioned I'm not normal about it. I am waiting to play it, so I won't be normal about it. I won't stop posting about it. I won't stop retweeting stuff about it, because I don't tweet much aside from really stupid stuff. But I want it so bad. I also I know there's like someone else who drugs and kidnaps you. Drugs me. What? God forbid women show their love. Yeah. Actually, yeah, because I don't have the grounds to be talking here, because my all-time favorite is Isolde. I can't talk. She poisoned rabbits frequently. I can't be talking. The CEO, please, she got me into the game and I'm dying. She's so cute, isn't she? She is. I also I'm kind of like neutral about the girl who looks a little bit like Schneider. Isn't her name like Nyx or something? I think she's kind of like, people say she gives out red flags every single time she speaks. And like, do I care? Not really. She is very cute. And I really want to play this. Perhaps I could stream it, but please, everyone, just know I will make the most pathetic decisions, because at the end of the day, women. I love women. Nyx is cute too. I really like her. Yes, she is very cute, isn't she? Honestly, I think all of them are very cute. They're very pretty. They're very cute. And I might really like be on that love course grind to get like their roots and stuff, because they are very cute. They are very cute. I also really like the art style. I think it's really pretty. Women, am I right?
Thank you, Doctor.
Our perp had his ID with
Perp.
him. That saves us a lot of digging. Eric Wong, 43, runs a grocery store in Chinatown. Let's see. The only family member we've got is his wife, a Lillian Lau, who immigrated to the States 10 years ago. Both have no criminal record, totally clean.
Also, oh my god, it's raining really hard right now. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but if it is, sorry.
He's an arcanist, apparently, and a powerful one at that. But no reports of any prior misuse of arcana. His car was found near the crime scene, all filled up with potatoes and carrots from the wholesalers. Either this was just a spur-of-the-moment wacko move, or some bizarre attempt at a tuber-based alibi. Anyway, we've contacted his wife, and she should be here soon. Maybe we'll get some more clues from her. Yo, Liang, you listening?
Oh, you're right.
The answer is obvious. No. Butcher takes a deep breath.
Earth calling Liang.
The sudden shout snaps Liang out of her daze.
Officer Podia, we're in a hospital. We should keep quiet.
I would have, but that didn't seem likely to bring you back to Earth, Space Cadet. But what's got you lost in space now?
I'm just thinking.
About what?
Yeah, like, okay, about what?
about Miss Qixing.
Right. I guess you're really into those movies, huh? It's all good, boo. I get the picture now. Our little CO7 fan sneaking into the cinema behind her parents' back. You know, you're beginning to almost seem human, princess. At first, I thought you might be an android. Like those Laplace bots they've got writing parking tickets for us.
Liang looks as if she wants to argue, but at the last moment, she stops herself.
In fact, I do like Miss Qixing's CO7 movies very much. Her character means a lot to me.
Oh, is that the reason why you decided to be a visual?
Specifically, yes. It's the reason I decided my destiny was to be in the police. But back to the topic. I was thinking about Miss Qixing, but it wasn't because I like her or anything like that.
Okay, that's what they always say. She shakes her head, her gaze sharpening, her brows furrowed slightly.
It's just that her being here made me think about Night Piercer. Miss Qixing has a similar arcane skill to the one he appears to use.
Oh my!
A silver needle. She even performed it in her movies.
Was I right then? Was I right? Or is this just like a red herring?
Could that really just be a coincidence?
Huh?
The officer knits her brow as if she'd just been hit with a bad joke, but Liang, deep in thought, continues.
And what she said felt meaningful.
That's what I thought. Like saying, like, let him go and he will have what he deserves, I promise. Like, girl, you seem a little too sure of yourself, didn't you?
It's a great pleasure to meet you, Miss Qixing. I grew up watching your films. But what are you doing here in LA? I mean, if it's okay to ask?
Sure, not a problem at all. I'm here to see an old friend.
Though she was once a star known across the nation, Qixing speaks warmly and without airs. It's like she's chatting with an old friend.
Is it Miss Noah? I heard she's planning a new film.
Oh, so you heard the news? It's been a long time since I last saw her. You're right though, kid. I've got something I need to talk to her about.
Of course. That's great. Oh, and the Dushu Festival is coming soon. I hope you all go to the Showdown parade in Chinatown. It'll be so much fun to see you there.
Noir drooling emoji. I was holding back from saying that, but I don't need to since you already said Noir. I need to see her. I need her. I need her so bad. You guys don't understand. I need that middle-aged woman. Okay, now that I've gotten it out of my system, we can continue. Yay!
Huh?
The quiet, reserved Liang has suddenly turned chatty. Middle-aged woman, save us. Yes, I need her, I need her. I'm going to pull for her when she drops. I don't even care if she's good or not, or if I don't know how to use her kit, or that I don't even know what her kit does. I'm gonna pull for her. The quiet, reserved Liang has suddenly turned chatty. Poitier stares at her. She's like an entirely different person.
Show. Is it really that time of year again?
You don't like the parade?
Of course I do. I like every bit of it. Watching people eat, perform, and come together to celebrate the end of the year, and to pray for peace and good luck in the next. I like the pure and simple wish that the Showdown parade carries. But it always reminds me of the ending.
What ending?
Qixing falls silent, shaking her head, but no more explanation is needed. Liang's memories have come back to her.
You mean the ending of the last film in the CO7 series?
She must have guessed correctly. Qixing's eyes widen a little. Then she gives a small nod.
Yes. I know lots of people like that ending. A reflection of reality, they say. Tragedy leaves people with a deeper impression than comedy. But as for me, I hated it. The good guys failed and the bad guys won? What kind of an ending is that?
Okay, yeah, this feels meaningful as well. It would be very funny if she wasn't the Night Piercer though.
Maybe we don't get a say in how things work in reality. But in stories we can. We should. Reality itself is tragic enough already. Why should a movie remind us of how absurd things really are? What goes around comes around. That's what people want to see in the movies.
Her tone has turned unusually serious for a discussion about film, but these words strike a chord with Yang.
I agree with you. When I was little, I also didn't like how it ended. Maybe it's true that reality can't guarantee us true justice, but I still want to see justice being served, at least in fiction.
This response seems to earn Qixing's approval.
I feel the same way. Pardon me for asking. That beast you summoned was something else. It reminded me of a certain creature, a legendary beast from the north of China. 強梁既出，網有不為，斬殺兇舊，梟截不除。That must make you a descendant of the Liang family, right?
Something in Qixing's gaze makes Liang feel as though she's standing too close to an open flame. But even so, she answers truthfully.
Yes, I'm Liang Yue, from the Liang family of the 12 Jins.
Liang Yue. Liang Yue. It's a good name, little Vigil. I'll keep it in mind.
Suspicious, to say the least. Quite suspicious indeed. Okay, let's see. Routine check. Alright, check your gear. If you're missing so much as a damn paperclip, speak up now. Rookie, where's your chameleon comes? Lost it? I think I still have it. Look, right here. It's just gone into camouflage. Maybe Changliang showing up scared it into hiding. Changliang? That electric tiger of yours? The one that lives in your phone? This old brick phone was the relic I used during my first summoning of the Changliang. It became the token of our bond. When I use this phone to call Changliang, it will answer. Wild! It's like something straight out of those TV shows. But using a phone for rituals? I thought rituals from your side of the world would be more traditional? Like those dancing shadow puppets you've got? That's an excellent guess. Previous generations of summoners in my family did use shadow puppetry to call Changliang, but that was centuries ago. Oh, so does that make you once in a century kind of genius? Not really. I was just lucky that the phone is a more convenient method than shadow puppetry. There it is. You're still as humble as ever, princess. Can you summon Changliang again? I owed a thank you for the help earlier. I wouldn't recommend it. Calling Changliang without a good reason might make it angry and... The calls are really expensive. That is fair. That is very fair. Where is the second one? Here. Deleted scene. Good thing it wasn't live. We'll just cut this part out. Live tonight with special guests. Tonight's first guest is a brilliant young actress you've seen in CO7 Part 1 and CO7 Part 2. Now, she's returning for the upcoming CO7 Part 3. Though, honestly, why not just call them CO8 and CO9? Anyway, please welcome Chi Xing. And then, you know what Noir said? She said, "We're wrapping up, so we might as well use all the explosives." So your reaction to the explosion wasn't just your stellar acting? I'd like to think some of it was. But that wide-eye reaction when the explosion's shockwave hit me? That was definitely real. No more big fireworks for Part 3, I take it? You must have used them all up in the last one. 50-50. What's that? 50-50. Either this film ends the series with a bang, or flops on its face because of its garbage excuse for an ending. Whoa. I think we're about to head into spoiler territory before Noir sues us. Let's cut to commercial. Yeah. So she really wasn't happy with the ending, was she? Other side, same coin. People generally prefer to maintain their distance before promises are made. Also, oh my god, Loggerhead. I want to see Loggerhead.
I read an article about the conflicts between Miss Qi Xing and the other two producers of the CO7 series. Before, I thought it was only rumors. But now, thinking over what she said, what if it's true? What am I saying? It's ridiculous.
Before Noir sues us, let her do what she wants. You tell him.
Then stop pouting over it, Princess. We've got work to do.
The hallway of the Laplace Rehabilitation Center Cooperative Hospital is bustling with people. Lost in thought, Young is jolted back to reality by a firm clap on the back.
You want to bet on how many people in LA have similar arcane skills? Come on, it's a total coincidence. You don't really think they're the same person, do you? That'd be nuts. I mean, it's the Detective CO7 we're talking about. Sure, she's been retired from acting for a while, but she's like super famous. If she was gonna go all kooky and start taking out crooks like she was the real CO7, why wait all this time? It's been years since her last movie, and we're only just dealing with this Nightpiercer guy now. Besides, it's not like it's a crazy unusual type of arcane skill. Who knows? Maybe this Nightpiercer guy is a fan of Detective CO7's films too. Can't rule out anything yet. Hey, you okay in there? Did I knock the wind out of you?
It's okay. I'm fine.
Liang shakes her head. Poitier is still bewildered and perhaps feeling a little guilty. Insists that she didn't mean to hit her so hard. Not that it matters. At least the sudden smack did the trick in pulling Liang out of her spiraling thoughts. Neither the test results nor the suspect's family has arrived yet. Young makes her way to the vending machine at the far end of the hallway with the coins Poitier dropped in her hand as a half-hearted apology and buys herself an orange juice. But that absurd thought, that ridiculous guess from earlier, still refuses to leave her mind.
Forget it. Just like you said, it doesn't make any sense.
All attempts to push the thought from her mind are failing. That is, until a frantic voice cuts through the air.
But you're injured, ma'am. You can't just leave.
I'm totally fine. It's just a tiny smidge of damage. I can fix it myself.
Ah, the scrungly.
You call a broken arm a smidge?
Oh my god.
Let us treat it immediately.
What's going on here?
The doctor recognizes her uniform immediately.
Are you a vigil? Could you help me stop this girl? She's trying to leave with a broken arm. She was in an accident, but since she's woken up, she's refused to let us examine anything. She might not be our normal kind of patient, but we're doctors.
We can't let someone leave when they need immediate medical attention.
A vigil? I'm in a hurry now. I'm gonna miss my bus.
Beneath the girl's clothing, the exposed skin has a cold, metallic sheen. That must be what the doctor meant by not our normal kind of patient. Liang notices the emblem on her chest, marking her as an employee of the St. Pavlov Foundation. How odd that she'd have such a panicked reaction at the sight of a vigil.
There'll be another bus, but you only have one buddy. You should listen to the doctor. Sit down and wait until you're cleared to leave. Please show us your ID so that the doctor can give you treatment.
For a few stiff seconds, the girl's mechanical head freezes in place. Then, in a movement almost too fast to follow, it snaps up.
Look! A hamster riding a stethoscope!
What the Sigma?
A hamster what?
The bizarreness of these words leaves Liang no choice but to glance in the pointed direction, only to confirm, of course, that there is no hamster nor stethoscope in sight.
Now! Hey, wait!
What the Sigma? Let's just go with this team.
You should not make an enemy of the Earth.
Wow! Why are you chasing me? The hamster's over that way. I need you to cooperate. Stop right there. Oh, officer, watch out. Don't run through the corridor like that. You almost knocked me over. Sorry, ma'am. Whew, I need to be more careful. Keep my arms and legs in check. Avoid hidden civilians. And stay clear of all this equipment.
Or I can't make it.
Advice from the forest.
Also, why is Loggerhead's pose so zesty? Like, okay, girl, okay, diva.
Watch out!
Sorry, I'm after a...
The hospital's narrow hallways are hardly suitable for a chase, and Liang quickly finds her path blocked by a supply cart. By the time she's made it past, the mechanical-headed girl has disappeared. Her metal chameleon communicator device, issued by the Division of Arcane Affairs, gives off its distinctive chime.
Hey, Rookie, where did you go? Get back here. The medical report is ready, and Mr. Wong's family just arrived.
Understood. How's Mr. Wong doing?
There's a long pause on the other end of the line.
It's not pretty.
Oh. Oh my. Mr. Wong is lying unconscious on the hospital bed, looking haggard. His breathing is labored and raspy, like wind rattling through a hollowed-out log.
How? What happened to him? He seems completely normal this morning.
Her legs go weak. Were it not for the men supporting her, she might have collapsed entirely.
Please relax, Miss Wong. We have to wait and see what the doctor says.
You again?
Poitier instantly recognizes him, one of the Division of Arcane Affairs' least welcome and regular visitors.
Right. You're the local arcane private eye, aren't you, Joe? Are you commissioned by the victim?
What?
The man's eyes widen in surprise before shooting Poitier a venomous glare.
Unlike some taxi leeches out there, I actually help people in need. I don't charge a fee when it comes to my neighbors.
Sorry.
He clearly has no interest in arguing at a time like this. He lets out a cold snort and turns to the doctor with a questioning look.
Miss Liang has cleared the unknown arcane skill that was afflicting him. His physical condition is stable, but I fear there may be some long-term effects on his mind. He seems to be suffering from a severe thought and memory disorder. It would be best to keep him asleep.
Doctor, when will he wake up? Can I speak to him?
For now, we suggest against it. It may cause him additional distress to see someone familiar to him. We fear there might be memory loss.
What? How? What should I do now? With this mother gone, I can't take any more of this.
Madam.
The woman looks as though all the strength has been drained from her body as she slumps into a nearby chair. Liang opens her mouth to offer comfort, but can't seem to find the right words. Joe's gaze sweeps past Boitier before settling on Liang.
So, who's a little China's kid? Did the DAA give you a sidekick to do your job for you? Forget it, lah. Listen, if you are not going to do your best to help these people, then it's better you just stay out of my way.
Liang looks to Boitier with a questioning gaze. Boitier shakes her head and sighs, gesturing for her to come closer before handing over the hospital's diagnosis.
When they first brought him in, there were remnants of the arcanum riddled through his body. It might have gone a long way to proving he wasn't in control of himself. But I guess anything definitive has already faded away. The doctors couldn't isolate a cause. Worst case scenario, they might not believe us and have this poor guy shoved off to the funny farm.
Liang clenches her fists and looks toward the woman curled up in the hospital chair, quietly sobbing. She looks so small against the oversized seat. Finally, Liang steps forward and crouches beside the chair. After a brief hesitation, she reaches out and places a hand over the woman's. Joe looks surprised.
Madam, please. You need to stay strong for your husband. They've brought in some of the best doctors from the Laplace Rehab Center. If there is anyone that can help him, it'll be them.
In a way, it is a promise with no real guarantee. A statement that could almost be considered a lie. But even lies have value when a person needs to hear them. The woman hastily wipes her tear-streaked face and lifts her head.
He said that he was going to buy produce from the wholesalers. But I couldn't reach him. And then the police called. My husband is a good man. Everyone knows that. He will never do something like this. Please, miss. You have to help us.
The woman grasps Liang's hand tightly in hers, her fingers trembling. Her hands are gentle, yet rough, etched with years of hard work, kind of hands earned through long days and nights of striving for a better life. In her palm, she can feel the woman's desperate, burning warmth. It is so hot, she feels it could scorch her. Liang takes a deep breath.
You can rely on us, ma'am. We'll find out the truth behind this. I promise you.
She gives the woman's hand a firm, reassuring squeeze.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You are our only hope. Please.
Sometimes, a lie can become the truth. All it takes is someone willing to make it so. She's so reliable, guys. The door to the ward is shut behind them. After a moment of silence, Boitier tilts her head.
Rookie mistake, princess. Never make a promise about something you don't get to decide on.
I'm sorry, Miss Boitier, but I only mean...
Hold it. I didn't say we weren't gonna do our best.
The words she was about to say no longer serve any purpose. Instead, Liang does something Boitier has never seen her do before. She smiles.
Thank you, ma'am.
Not so fast. We still need some solid evidence if we're gonna crack this case.
But where to begin? It seems like there are no obvious clues beyond what we were seeing. Mr. Wong had no enemies and was well loved in his community. If that's the case, then it can't be a simple motivation. Still, something sticks out to me. When I ask about any recent events or happenings, it wasn't Mrs. Wong that answered. It was...
Poitier already knows where this is going.
Joe, our private eye with a chip on his shoulder against the DAA.
Yes. He mentioned that there have been strange things going on around LA's Chinatown recently. According to my notes, he mentioned there were children that suddenly became distant and unresponsive, young men that began showing signs of memory loss, and an otherwise healthy elder that rapidly developed signs of dementia, absent-mindedness, and despondence towards family and friends, memory loss. It all sounds very familiar to Mr. Wong's condition. But no one thought to bring the matter to the police. I also spoke with the nurses here. They said they've also noticed an increase in patients from Chinatown complaining of confusion and memory loss. I guess once again, no one thought it was serious enough for our attention.
Poitier's expression darkens.
Well, what you thinking, Cadet? Are all these cases related? If it's as widespread as you're making it out to be, we might be in over our heads.
Even so, I think we can't overlook it as a possibility. Arcane skills that directly affect the mind are rare, but they do exist. I've read of similar cases in the Vigil's archive. One of them, as I recall, had very similar symptoms to what we're seeing here.
Young's brow furrows.
However, if there were some criminal intention behind all of these symptoms, what could it be? Or could it be an accident? Maybe a child with a powerful arcane skill who can't control it. Or some unregulated and dangerous arcane objects. We can't draw any conclusions without more evidence.
The two officers look troubled. Then, as if something has clicked in her mind, Poitier's face lights up.
Arcane objects. Isn't there a department in the Foundation that stores and records dangerous arcane materials?
Yes, at the headquarters of the Foundation. And its official name is... the Arcanum Containment Department.
Matilda!
He's arrivé.
I can't believe that we get to see Matilda again. I love her. Oh my.
C'est bien plus lumineux et spacieux que je ne l'avais imaginé.
We won. Matilda lovers, we won. Saving lives. Here's a doctor who loves his job. Seeing you hurt gets him a little giddy, that's all. The Laplace Rehab Center welcomes you. Welcome to the Laplace Rehabilitation Center. We are the world's leading hospital specializing in Arcanum, whether you are suffering from Arcanum-related injuries, cursed with bad luck after an argument with your neighbor, transforming more and more into a beetle with each passing morning. What the Sigma? Is this Kafka's metamorphosis? Suddenly recalling your past life as a pharaoh, causing you great distress after your office job. The Laplace Rehabilitation Center is committed to giving you the best treatment available. Don't worry about whether your rare condition is covered by health insurance. To thank you for contributing to medical advancements, we offer discounts and subsidies based on the rarity of your condition. Each rare condition gets you a flat 60% discount. If you're simultaneously bitten by a vampire and a dragon while dissolving into an oil painting, but you're somehow still alive, then that's right, your treatment will be free and we'll even pay you 80% of the treatment cost as a bonus. Thank you for supporting the Laplace Rehabilitation Center. Helping you helps us help everyone. Awesome. Voices on the street. Hey, is that Miss Cheesing over there? Looks like a friendly chat is in order. Street interviews. I dread those so much. 10 shillings or dinner with the king. Wait, no. It went like 10 shillings or a mystery gift. 10 shillings, please. Last night, the night piercers struck again, attacking the convoy transporting the infamous Johnny 3 times. 2 officers were knocked unconscious during the attack. However, Johnny 3 times was seriously injured and remains in critical condition. Insiders say citizens clashed with the convoy earlier that day due to dissatisfaction over Johnny 3 times light sentencing. Later that night, the night piercers struck, seemingly enacting vigilante justice on behalf of Johnny 3 times' victims. Public support for the night piercer has grown since, and although it has already been a day since the attack, crowds still gather at the scene. We're here to hear what people on the street have to say. Serves him right. That scumbag deserves a prickly end. I think following the law is important, but honestly, the way Johnny 3 times got such a light sentencing feels off. Who? Me? Are you asking me? Oh, sorry miss, but you haven't happened to see CO7, have you? Oh, no reason. I thought this one was one of those prank interviews they've been doing lately. How should I put this? Sorry, but someone in my position isn't really allowed to comment on politics. Got it. Secret warrant. Cold drinks, fat bounties, and long holidays. Shame it never works out that way.
Des armoires et encore des armoires. Qui est responsable ici? J'avais l'impression que c'était un département important, non? Où est la sécurité?
The ever-curious Matilda weaves her way through the rows of filing cabinets. She has read about this department in books detailing the Foundation's history.
Le département contient tous les objets connus qui ont produit des phénomènes dangereux ou mystérieux liés à l'arcane. Certains disent même qu'il contient chaque mystère arcanique résolu et non résolu, jamais enregistré. Et bien sûr, le plus grand mystère de tous les temps, la tempête, les défis toujours. Comme c'est le cas pour nous tous, il semble que chaque département sont désormais tournés vers l'étude de la tempête. Il y a peu de temps pour ces énigmes plus triviales.
Her footsteps echo through the empty department, and the odd sense that she's being watched settles over her. Silence can be comforting, but it can also be unsettling. A breeding ground for loneliness, dredging up long-buried unease.
Je me demande comment va maman. Madame Z a dit qu'elle la surveillerait, mais toujours pas de nouvelles.
She finds herself pausing, her gaze lowering to the ground, but only for a moment.
Non, ressaisis-toi, Mathilda Boaniche. C'est ta maman, la plus grande mère de tous les temps. Qu'est-ce qui pourrait bien avoir mal tourné?
With renewed confidence, she picks up her pace, her pale ponytail bouncing behind her.
Maintenant, sa fille la plus remarquable est en train d'accomplir une mission importante pour la Fondation. Contrairement à certains autres qui ont consacré leur temps précieux à dire en son nom de réveiller les jeux d'Uluru. On espère tout de même qu'ils réussiront à rendre ces jeux aussi grandioses et sublimes qu'ils disent qu'il était dans le passé lointain, ou sinon...
Just as she passes another set of shelves, something catches her eye.
Everything's fine here. Now on to the next rep.
Aww, this NPC is so cute.
Oh, this is one of my favorites.
What is it?
An excellent question, miss. See that serial number on it? AN003. A water sample from the Paylin River. Number 003. There are hundreds of thousands of samples, collections, and records here. But no matter who you ask, this particular one will always make their top list. Collected in a remote city in China. When the investigators arrived, they found that it had been isolated in time. All its inhabitants dressed and lived as if they were from the late Tang dynasty. They were completely unaware of the state of the world beyond their lands, as if trapped in a time capsule from the forgotten past.
Oh.
The liquid inside the vial is clear and pristine, less like river water and more like a perfectly liquefied gemstone. Matilda can't help but stare in fascination.
But how is that possible? Did no one ever leave the city? Not even to travel or do business?
You're a clever one, miss. Yes, it seems the investigators were confused too. In the end, they realized that an arcane skill was affecting the Palin River. Sadly, it seems the arcane energy was dissipating by the time they arrived, and they weren't able to figure out its cause. This is the only sample they were able to recover. Laplace has been begging for access to it. They're eager to unravel the mystery.
Wow, that is indeed a most intriguing claim.
It's not just a claim, miss. It's real. Wait, Miss Matilda Boaniche?
The careless young staff member only now seems to have fully recognized Matilda's presence.
You've heard of me?
Oh, she is so happy about this. I just know it.
Yeah, of course. Who hasn't heard of the Boaniches and their star investigator daughter? Didn't you know that everyone's been talking about you since you joined the Foundation? Actually, my mother and I went to visit you. Oh, but I haven't introduced myself. Constance Scott. I'm a fellow graduate from SPDM.
Aw, she's so cute. She's so cute.
Of course, now, I'm just a record keeper here.
It doesn't seem like false modesty. Every top student of the SPDM was granted the honor of having their name inscribed in the school's Hall of Fame. But Matilda has never once come across the name Scott.
Actually, I've been looking for you as well, Miss Scott. Commissioner Pedra asked me to give this to you.
A letter? What's it about?
I couldn't say, but he had a most unpleasant look about him as he gave it to me. Then he asked me to review my report on the events in San Francisco. Are you alright? Your face has grown quite pale.
I'm fine. I just have a bad feeling I know what I'm about to read.
Having bid farewell to Matilda, Scott makes her way to a secluded room within the department, the letter clutched in her hand. She carefully closes the door behind her and, with one last glance around the room, opens the envelope. A single sheet of paper floats out from within, one carrying a heavy message.
The investigation has been concluded. Unfortunately, their findings were exactly as we feared. The suspect must be apprehended ASAP, and all efforts must be made to retrieve this arcane object before either cause further trouble. You must leave immediately. Her last reported sighting was in Chinatown, Los Angeles.
The thick plottons.
Sorry, could you say that again? Ji Ma Wu? And that means paper horse dance? Okay, I got it.
喂，老細，今日仲有冇燒肉啊？揞埋晒啦！今日切條叉燒，整多半隻白切雞啊！
Daddy, look! There's a dragon on the floor! That's totally cool!
People speaking many languages meet and weave around each other on the crowded avenue. Liang wanders among them, stopping every now and then to take it all in.
Welcome to Chinatown. How do you like it?
Yes, it does give me a certain sense of nostalgia. Do you come here often, Miss Boydier?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, outside of work, it's been a while. 3 years or so.
Only once in 3 years? I don't think you can consider that often.
Poiter waves her hand, glancing down the lively streets on either side.
Yeah, well, it's a fun place for a day trip, sure. But things are different when you put on the uniform. Remember that private eye back at the hospital? Joe? You can get an impression about how people see the police around here from him.
You mean that the residents here don't cooperate with the Arcane Affairs Division?
Well, it's complicated. There's a lot of language and cultural barriers. Folks here just don't turn to the police to solve their problems. Even when they do, we feel like we have no idea where to start. The thing that surprised me the most was how arcanists of all kinds and humans live so closely together here. I guess it's the same in China, isn't it? I remember this one time we had a call about a break-in. When we got there, it turned out the shopkeeper was a big white bird as tall as I am. And this other time, we're chasing down a lost puppet for some lame-ass puppeteer. Anyways, so I asked an old lady if she'd seen a doll nearby. You know what she said? Well, I don't know what she said, but she started going off about me being a Laowai.
Oh my.
Now give me some credit. I might not speak Chinese, but I do know Laowai means foreigner. So excuse me? Like I'm American, baby. Born and raised.
Sorry.
Liang knows she should remain serious, but she can't help but be tickled by Poiter's indignation. Poiter shoots her a glare, but then heaves a quiet sigh.
That's not even the half of it. The thing is, I don't hate it here. Although I can't say I love Chinatown very much either. To be honest, most of us on the force haven't found a way to make inroads with the people here.
If that's the problem, why don't we try to understand things step by step? Maybe then we can start fresh? We're here anyway.
Liang turns back and examines the archway at the beginning of the road. They have already been in this other world for a while.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. If we're gonna get anywhere, then we'll have to start here. But we need to check another task off our list first.
They cross the street, and turn into a narrow alleyway.
Should be right there, down the alley. Feeling excited, rookie? We're about to pay a visit to your favorite director, Noir.
Favorite? What? No. I just like the movies, that's all. I've got no specific feelings for the director.
Liang can hold back her rebuttal, but under Poiter's seizing gaze, she stops herself.
Maybe just a little. I am curious about the mind of the director behind such great movies. But this is strictly a police matter, so I will act with professional self-restraint. Actually, I've made a request with the Vigil's intelligence branch for a file on Director Noah and any related events. We should get it soon.
You've got a file on her already? Feels like you're going a bit overboard, rookie. It wasn't actually the director that called us. Her assistant did. Later on, Noir herself contacted us and said the so-called threat was just a misunderstanding. Normally, we'd leave it at that. There's too much real crime out there to bother with a case where the victim doesn't think anything happened. Still, according to dispatch, the assistant was real spooked over it. The operator got the feeling we should give it a second look, so they kept the file open. But look, this is just a follow-up and an excuse to come down here. So keep your mind on the real mission.
Got it, ma'am.
The scene from the Division of Arcane Affairs yesterday flashes across Liang's mind. After leaving the hospital, they immediately return to report their findings and highlight the dangers lurking behind Chinatown's strange events. But the higher-ups had a different take on things.
It's been reassigned to the local precinct.
Poiter stands in the doorway to the deputy chief's office and shakes her head. Liang immediately catches the subtle shift in her expression.
What's wrong? What does that mean?
Nothing, kid.
It's just most of the force aren't trained to deal with arcane crimes. Don't get me wrong. They're good, capable officers, but I'm worried. If this was any other case, I'd keep my mouth shut. But come on, this is clearly our department. This case has Arcanum all over it. I don't think they know what they're getting into.
For a brief moment, neither speaks. Then, Young's eyes light up.
Miss Boydier, I have an idea. What if we...
We prioritize Noir's case, which just happens to put us in Chinatown, so there's no harm in asking a few questions about our other investigation. I knew there was a little rebel in you, Liang. You like to bend the rules, just not break them. Am I right?
Not too often. Actually, I think we're obliged to take Miss Noah's case seriously, even if it wouldn't help us with the other case. Please wait a minute. It's my communication device.
Young pulls out the communicator device often criticized by Foundation employees for being too bulky. Poiter leans in to get a better look. Her chameleon comb perched on her chest stretches its neck in curiosity.
FPS-1 portable contact device activated. You've received a new message. Downloading attachment. Download complete. Please check your mailbox.
Message? What's it about?
It's from the intelligence department. They've found her records. Miss Noah is registered with the Foundation. There might be something in her files that can provide us some clues.
She opens the pinned email and scans through the attached files. Her expression turns serious.
Wait, is this...
What's this about? Piece together. Humans are natural editors, piecing together an ideal memory from mere fragments. Reconstructing idealized memories. Although I don't usually keep a journal, I had to record today's encounter. I met the great Miss Matilda Boaniche. I still remember that summer. My mother lectured me for an hour before we left, and then another hour during our journey. I thought I was following her instructions perfectly. I was dressed perfectly neat. My greetings were memorized word for word. But the moment I met the Boaniches, I froze solid, too nervous to say anything. Even adults can get stage fright. So how was it fair to give her own daughter the cold shoulder for it? A smile or a pat on the back from mother was all I needed to finish my greeting without fumbling. Thank goodness for Lady Beryl. She saw what happened, and in her gracious words salvaged the situation. I didn't disappoint my mother after that. I'm sure of it because the rest of my memories of that visit were pleasant. Lady Beryl's warm smile and Matilda's energetic chatter. Matilda could be as noisy as she liked and still win her mother's approval. How I envied that so much. But Lady Beryl, for some reason, I can't remember what she looked like. Now I understand Laylam's frustration. Being Matilda's mother, I could imagine a matured, refined version of Matilda. Minus the childish energy and, oh right, without the hook nose, that's my mother's trait. Okay, Rookie Actor's Guide. Remember, keep the cameras hidden, that's the secret.
Whose is this? It's blocking the camera sightlines. Get it out of the way. When are we coming in? We've been waiting forever. I wish I brought a chair.
What's going on? Are they filming another movie? Do you see anyone famous?
At the end of the alley, in an old abandoned house filled with camera equipment, crew members and actors go about their business, drawing curious glances from passers-by. One particular figure catches Liang's attention, someone strangely familiar.
Oh, is that today's lunch? Mind if I take a look? Not now? Alright, fine.
That's that odd person I saw at the hospital. She works for the foundation.
Who? You mean Camerahead over there? What do you mean by odd? You think she could be a fake?
No, she's a real foundation member. I checked her information as well when I inquired about Miss Noah's file. Her name is Latham, an awakened arcanist, currently working in the Arcanum Containment Department. I wasn't given any access to her details, but based on our encounter, we should have no problem with her.
Good. Fine. I'm happy enough leaving the Awakened to their quirkiness.
She isn't their top priority. Young knows that. She pushes aside that odd feeling for now, following Poitier through the crowd and onto the set.
What do you mean she hasn't eaten yet? Director Noir's doctor was explicit that she's not allowed to skip any meals. Oh, hello, officers. How can I help you?
The well-dressed woman walks over to them.
We received a call from a Lin Wang. Did you make a report about some unknown person making physical threats and stalking Miss Noir?
Yes, that's right. I'm Lin. But...
Upon hearing their purpose, Lin hesitates, glancing uncertainly over at one end of the set.
We did it! Abby, you're here!
Cut.
At the single command, the actors freeze in place.
No, I'm afraid we'll have to roll that again.
I'm sorry, Director.
The young actor's body stiffens instantly. Based on where he's standing, it's clear that he's only a background character in the scene. But Noir, seated on her throne-like wheelchair, the overseer of everything, didn't miss his mistake, no matter how minor it was.
Not at all. I just want more emotion this time. She's your true love, but you have been apart for a long time. Things are different now. She is. You are. Your reunion must be more complex. It isn't simply happiness you feel. You must mix that emotion with worry and guilt. She doesn't know anything about what happened to you. You can't help but worry that she will never be able to understand you. You wonder if she has got herself into any troubles. I know this is a short scene, but the audience must see a full range of emotions. You are capable of more, so be more. I know you attended drama school, so let's see that training shine. I know you can do it.
Yes, Director! I will try my best!
Simply being noticed by the famous director is enough to leave him visibly flustered. He immediately straightens up, shedding his nervous stance from moments before.
Good. Let's roll it again.
Excuse me, Director Noir.
Seizing this moment before the next take, the assistant swoops in and whispers something to Noir. Noir glances toward the two officers, her face betraying no emotion. It's impossible to tell what she's thinking.
For someone that famous, you think I'd have known she uses a wheelchair. How you feeling? Finally getting a chance to meet your favorite director. Thrilled?
Poitier nudges Liang with her elbow, tilting forward a little as she teases her. But when she sees Liang's face, she pauses.
What's with the long face, kid? Where'd all your excitement go? Oh, is it about the message you got?
Yes. It's just something that's bothering me.
Before Liang can explain, the subject of their discussion rolls toward them in her wheelchair.
Thanks for coming, officers. But I believe I've already explained that this was all just a misunderstanding. As you can see, I'm in perfect health. Well, ignoring these two.
She pats her legs with a cheerful laugh. Seems the director has no qualms about her physical condition, though it's hardly the kind of joke anyone else can comfortably laugh along to.
But according to your assistant, there's been someone stalking you for months, and they've recently sent you a threatening letter. So what? That all just misunderstandings too?
I'm terribly sorry for inconveniencing you, officers. Lin is a very dedicated assistant, always looking out for me. She may have just overreacted to my situation. I don't mean to brag, but I've been in the limelight for long enough that I've seen my share of crazy fans. I'm used to it.
Sure, I get that. But about that letter you received, do you still have it?
Nora lets out a wry chuckle and shakes her head.
I'm afraid I don't have it anymore. I received so many letters, most of them friendly, some of them not so much friendly. I've made a name in this industry, and a few enemies too. If I paid any attention to the negativity, it only dragged me down. I tend not to keep the bad ones around. While I'm sure you would do a fine job keeping me safe, officers, I can't let myself worry over it. Besides, what are they going to do? Break my kneecaps?
Okay, girl.
Frankly, the only thing I am worried about is that your presence is another distraction for my crew.
She gets a grateful and perhaps apologetic look around the set.
So, it's very much appreciated that you went out of your way to check in on me, but I have a movie to make. I can't disappoint my fans. Now, if you'll excuse me, we're burning daylight and I still have 4 more scenes to film. These Hollywood producers may have opened doors for me, but they also give me so many problems lately.
She smiles at the officers, as if to signal the conversation's end.
Is this really just because of her movie?
Noir has already begun to turn her wheelchair away, but Liang stops her in her tracks.
Pardon me?
You seem to be refusing our assistance because you've decided this threat is only a harmless prank. You've decided that it's worth the risk to focus on your film. I don't mean to judge your decision. It may be understandable in some cases.
She moves closer, lowering her voice as she leans in to deliver the next sentence in a hushed voice.
But if this threat is not just a prank, if it is serious...
Am I sensing disapproval?
Noir narrows her eyes a little and raises a hand to halt her approaching assistant. This is a good sign. Young has earned a chance to talk for at least a little longer. She pushes aside her conflicting emotions and carries on in a voice only the two of them can hear.
There has been an increase in patients coming from Chinatown showing signs of mental instability. Their symptoms include confusion, amnesia, drowsiness, and volatile anger. None of the patients seem to have anything in common. No prior history, all without clear cause. Does that sound familiar?
Sorry. Is this leading somewhere?
After a moment of thought, Noir shakes her head, her calm face carrying a perfectly measured hint of confusion.
A case. 8 years ago. He Rizhun, the scriptwriter for your first big hit, Detective CO7. She burned to death in her own house. However, the cleaners found a fume reel in the debris, surprisingly intact after the fire.
Young has been watching Noir's every expression. She doesn't miss the fleeting shift in her eyes at the mention of the fume reel.
Strange, isn't it? Every other item was burnt to ash, yet this one 8mm reel was as good as new. The cleaners felt the same way. So, being curious, they played the reel. 3 of the 5 who watched it ended up in an asylum. 1 jumped from a building, and the last, according to the reports, became like an empty shell of the person.
And what's happening here reminds you of that?
There are some commonalities between the cases. I can't ignore the possibility that they are related. 2 in particular stand out to me. The similar symptoms of those affected, And you. Hard to shake the thought that these are not coincidences.
Whispers spark among the crew as they eye this secret conversation.
What are the police still here for? Are we gonna get back to filming? Who knows? But it doesn't seem good. We are losing light here. Can these guys wrap it up already?
These murmurs, of course, don't escape Noir's and Liang's notice. When she speaks again, Noir's tone is far more direct.
Is that an accusation?
No, not at all. I'm just hoping you might be able to shed some light on our case. After our initial investigation, we officially recorded it as an ominous Arcanum incident and determined that the cause with the 8mm film reel, which contained a film titled Reunion of the Three Swallows. To this day, however, the exact nature of the Arcanum hasn't been conclusively determined. We still aren't sure why it has this strange effect on people's minds, nor why the damage appears to be irreversible. Perhaps more importantly, we still don't know the origin behind the Arcanum on the reel. There are many possible causes that might create such an effect. One of the most common thought is from absorbing powerful emotions from an Arcanist. The darkest emotions possess the strongest power. Anger, hatred, emotions so strong that they can outlast their bearer's death. Like a curse from beyond the grave, carrying out their last will as an obsession. And in such cases, these objects are sure to lead to disaster. I believe that this film is, undoubtedly, one such cursed item. If it is the case that this film was involved in these new incidents, then we must find out what obsession it's carrying out and find a countermeasure.
I assume you're already on the case.
Indeed, I am, Miss Noah. I've been studying the report on the original case, including some of the theories of the original investigator. One of those theories suggests that, despite your collaboration on the CO7 series, there were many points of conflict between you and Miss He. In fact, the reports mention you had a violent quarrel with her on the day of the fire. There was even a question about whether you might have been responsible for her death. So, as you can see, I have more than a strong reason to believe you are connected. And if this cursed reel is behind these recent incidents, I'm afraid that you may be the intended target of this curse.
Huh. That was a lot of information to take in, wasn't it? Okay, let's see. Post-lunch questioning. The first principle is that what you see is real, but it might not be the truth.
Hot damn, rookie. Who could have guessed the famous director would be a part of her own real-life thriller? After talking to her, we still got nothing useful to go on. I can't read anything behind that smiling face of hers. But if your little theory has got any truth to it, then Noir is in real danger. So why not talk? Isn't she worried about her own life?
Poiter channels her frustration into her food, devouring most of the meal in the blink of an eye. As she swallows the last shrimp dumpling, she turns to look at Young, who is busy chatting with the restaurant owner.
是吗？原来对面杂货店那家的女儿也……
就是咯，最近都不知道搞什么，好多街坊家里都出了事。老卢家还算好嘞，他带个女儿去看中医，抓了药，吃了一段时间就好了不少。但是对面街口马仔，他妈就麻烦了。那个阿婆原本就身体不好，忽然间又变得疯疯癫癫，他们两公婆都担心死了。之前 都有个靓妹来问这件事，说什么事情不太对路。哎，我说呀，就是临近年关，那些污浊的东西都出来了。
您说还有人打听过这件事，那是什么人？
他说自己是什么新科学什么鬼事务所。
Oh my god, it's An Lee.
刚来到唐人街这一带的。他还给了我一张卡片，印得鬼马了个，不过不知道被我放到哪里去。
原来如此，多谢您。
As Liang returns to her seat, Poitier shoots her a questioning look.
So, any progress?
I have some bad news. First, there are more victims than we expected. Second, we're not the only ones who've noticed. We need to hurry if we don't want this case to attract wider attention.
Why don't we start with the director then? She seems like our best lead.
Having cleared the dishes closest to her, Poitier pulls the char siu buns from the other side of the table.
I've got a hunch her case is connected with this one. Just like you said, there are too many coincidences to not dig deeper. That writer, what was it? Huh, Ridgewine? She's an arcanist, right? No surprise that she'd imbue that film with all of her final bits of hatred. I've seen a dozen cases like it. Cursed objects are weird as heck. It's definitely possible that it could have chased Noir all the way here.
But there isn't any evidence that corroborates the rivalry between Miss Noah and Miss He.
Hold on. Didn't you read that in a report by another visual? Maybe it's only hearsay, but that's something. Not only that, get this. I did some digging of my own. The night that cleaner leaped off that roof was the exact same night that Noir was in the car accident that left her legs paralyzed. It gets freakier. According to the reports, they happened within minutes of each other. And the building was less than a block away from the scene of the accident. How's that for evidence? We've got a saying in the DAA, Cadet. When it comes to Arcanum, there's no such thing as coincidences.
With this declaration, Poitier pops the last char siu bun into her mouth.
Whether coincidence or not, it isn't much to go on. We need evidence.
Of course. We can't just leap to accusations without proof. But when it comes to arcane crime, you've got to follow your hunches. So keep your nose to the ground.
Flippin' Hina thirsting over a woman. Is she? I haven't checked Twitter or Discord because I'm playing Reverse. But I will check this in a bit when we are done. Poitier notices the dejection on Liang's face and sheepishly sets down her chopsticks.
I get you. This isn't just about evidence. You don't want to point the finger at someone you admire.
Also, all this talk about food is making me very hungry.
But you've got to pursue this. Even if that means you have to separate the artists from their work.
Oh wait, Neo Nugget isn't Hina. My bad, gang. Oh my. You missed it, bro. I was going pharaoh mode because women. Liang remains silent for a moment, picks up the chilled lemon soda from the table and takes a sip.
Actually, there is another reason that I'm not entirely convinced that Miss Noah, the film incident, and the events in Chinatown are connected. In fact, it's quite a substantial reason. If our records are correct, the cursed reel was found and contained by the Foundation 6 months after the initial incident. Which means, unless something has gone horribly wrong, it should still be safely stored within the Arcanum Containment Department.
I was cooking food. Sadly, I missed the event. Yeah. Also, what did you cook? I'm so hungry. A sharp crash interrupts her words. The two turn towards sound.
Oops, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
A bespectacled girl fumbles with a napkin as she hurriedly tries to clean up the shattered dish she just knocked over. but her sneaking glances toward the two officers don't escape their attention, and the shiny emblem on her chest tells them exactly where she's from.
Well.
They exchange a puzzled look.
If I remember it right, you mentioned earlier that you saw someone from the Foundation acting suspicious yesterday.
Yes. Like the lady over there. She also works for the ACD.
Onions, garlic, tomatoes into a sauce, and then added noodles and thin chicken strips. Oh, that sounds really good. Except that I'm a really, really picky eater, so... But that sounds really good. I just don't like the pieces, but I like the things on the food. I like the flavor.
Guess we'll have a talk with her.
I agree, Miss Bordier.
They rise from the table and approach the girl. Oh my. What? Are we gonna fight her? What the Sigma? Oh no, wait. Start team. Yeah, I was eating like a boar. Me every single day. Also, oh my god, I am probably not going to be able to sleep well today because I am very excited to eat chicken stroganoff tomorrow for lunch. Is something the matter, officers? You seem to have overheard our conversation. Was there anything in it you might know about? We welcome any leads you might have, and even offer a reward for helping solve the case. Ah, Jessica! Yes, I have her! I have Jessica. I think I have like her P1 or P2 at this point. I gotta do her like Euphoria stuff and all. No, I didn't hear anything. This is all happening so suddenly. I have urgent business to attend to. Please understand, officers. There's no need to worry, ma'am. You seem a bit flustered. Here, why don't you come sit down and we'll have a nice chat. Yes, I'm sure there's a way we can be of help to each other.
Saxophones and a bandura? As you wish.
A little trick.
My next performance, bubbles bursting.
Oh my god, the way she just flopped down on her back.
Red 38 is
I
about to
killed this
return.
girl. Under Liang and Poitier's relentless questioning, the suspicious Foundation member ultimately surrenders.
All right, I'll tell. But only to you, since you're a vigil, but she isn't, right? Sorry, I should really only disclose this info to other Foundation members.
She shoots a cautious glance at Poitier. Poitier says nothing, simply raising her chin at Liang in approval. Liang follows the girl out into the empty alley. After verifying Liang's identity with a communication device, the girl gives a final glance up and down the alley before talking.
There's no one I would trust more than a vigil, Miss Liang. I'm here on a mission for the Foundation, and you might be able to help me with it.
September 1990. A female arcanist committed a serious assault and caused a number of casualties. She had appeared at an illegal gathering held by the Order of Enlightenment, a subordinate organization of Manes Vindictae. The Timekeeper encountered her and confirmed her identity. Anjo Nala, a Beyond Arcanist. Born sometime in the 19th century, she was sealed inside a wind-up toy in the year 1968. Since then, she has become a lethal weapon that must obey whoever possesses her toy.
What do you think about Necrologist? I think she's super pretty. There is a voice line of hers that I think is really funny. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm going to show you that as soon as we're done here. Also, I think her clothes are really good. Like, I love the texture. I don't play her though because I haven't gotten her like leveled up and everything, and I also don't know what her kit does.
But back in 1985, I mean, the real 1985, That toy had been safely stored in an Arcanum containment department as a dangerous item.
Until it was stolen.
You were involved in that particular inventory check. There are 4 additional items that are now lost aside from number 066. The circumstances of the last storm, and that devastating spell threw our whole organization into chaos. However, there's no excuse for failing to uphold our department's most crucial mission. Fortunately, it appears that our break-in was committed by a single culprit.
I heard what you and your partner just said. It's about all the weird things that happen in Chinatown, right? It was my mission to catch Latham and retrieve all the arcane objects she destroyed before they caused more damage. But I guess it's already too late for that.
The meaning behind these words is crystal clear. There's no room for Liang to feign ignorance.
Then you're saying that...
Yes, the cursed reel from the incident you mentioned was among the stolen items. And you said that you have some clue about its current whereabouts?
The cursed film reel, reunion of the 3 solos, is in Chinatown. The weight of this revelation sinks heavily in Liang's chest.
I was told to operate under strict secrecy. But at this point, the faster they're retrieved, the better. So, shall we work together?
Scott takes a notebook from her pocket and pulls out a photo tucked inside.
Aww! Is Latham, an awakened arcanist.
Guys, they're so cute. They're so cute. Also, her hand on the camera. I'm crying. Liang can't help but look surprised when she recognizes the other girl in the photograph. But Scott seems to misinterpret her reaction.
It's hard for me to believe she'd do this. We were colleagues and close friends. I used to call her Loggerhead because she's the most forgetful person I know. At first, I refused to believe she could do such a thing. I still don't understand why. She's not the kind to be greedy. But the Vigils investigated the theft thoroughly. And the Vigils are not the kind to make mistakes. You've been here a few days already, right? Have you had any word about where she might be?
Scott's brow furrows, her expression torn between hope and fear. It's as if she wants confirmation while equally dreading to hear the truth.
Sorry, I haven't.
She shakes her head. Scott's expression visibly relaxes.
Oh, what a pity.
The plot thickens. The fic plottens. Confidential record. This document contains confidential information. Please do not take it out of the precinct. Begin reading. Investigation record Noir. Noir, female arcanist. Her arcane skill allows her to manipulate inanimate objects within a defined range, designating them as actors. Born in Hong Kong in 1950. Graduated from USC School of Cinematic Arts in 1972. Later worked at what would eventually become known as TVB. In 1978, she begins collaborating with independent production companies to produce low-budget films. Released her debut film, Muddle, in 1979. Established new art company in 1980 and began working on the film Detective CO0. In 1983, a car accident left her paralyzed from the waist down, allegedly tied to the film incident. For more details on the film incident, please refer to the attached documentation. Got it. A name deserved. Catch that speeding hamster!
Have a good day!
Before the owner can even say goodbye, Young has yanked Poitier out the front door.
What's the rush? I haven't even finished my noodles.
We can eat later, but we need to find Miss Latham, now.
Wait, hold on. I'm all for chasing down a crook. But why do I get the feeling you didn't tell your Foundation friend about your run-in with Latham? What's up? Why are you keeping her in the dark?
I think that something isn't right about her. I've been to the A City before. To most, it might seem defenseless, but it's actually heavily protected by arcane rituals. According to Miss Scott, Latham acted alone. But there's nothing in her file that would suggest she's capable of that. Her arcane skill level is frankly far from remarkable. Even with insider knowledge, I don't believe it's possible she could have bypassed the security system and escaped on her own. Either Miss Latham has blamed the Foundation for fools, or she has more powerful accomplices. That leads me to another thing. This mission is not something a typical Foundation staff member would be assigned to, as Miss Scott claimed to be. There's something we don't know.
You're saying that girl with glasses lied to you?
Maybe. Or that she was being lied to herself.
Young pulls her SPF-1 contact device from beneath her cloak. After a few simple taps, she turns it around for Portier to see.
There was another thing I found while searching through Miss Latham's files. Or rather, what I didn't find. There were no warnings or notices on her employee records.
You mean she's not actually wanted?
No, I don't think so. Miss Scott said that their department wanted to solve this problem in secret. So I thought that might explain the reason Miss Latham's warrant wasn't on her file. However, when I tried to access more of their records to double-check my findings, I ran into a block on Miss Scott's records.
Access denied. You do not have permission to view this information. If you need access, please contact your supervisor.
A warning symbol flashes on the screen.
It could just be because I'm only a cadet. There are some files that I don't have access to yet. I contacted my supervisor, but I haven't heard anything back. I don't mean to distrust her, but I can't hold anyone above suspicion.
Poitier shifts her gaze from the device's screen back to Liang.
And what about me? You're putting a lot of trust in me, Liang. Is it really all right that you're telling me all this? A dangerous item stolen from the Foundation, and possibly an inside job at that. That's a scandal in the making. You could have just lied to me, make up some kind of story. It's not hard for a smart kid like you.
Liang gives Poitier a puzzled look.
Why would I? We're partners, Miss Poitier. Hiding information from you wouldn't be right. You told me that yourself, didn't you?
Me?
Yes. The first day we were on duty together, you said you need to know what makes me tick.
I did, didn't I?
Poitier seems a little dazed. Young looks at her, sincerity behind her eyes.
I've reconsidered it, and you're right. During my training as a vigil, our instructor emphasized many times that trusting our partner was of vital importance. And you, Miss Poitier, have proven to be capable, decisive, and compassionate. I have developed a deep respect for your work. We share the same goal, to discover the truth behind the incidents happening in Chinatown. I can't think of any reason why I shouldn't cooperate with you.
All right, enough! I'm blushing already.
Poitier cuts Liang off, almost flustered.
Damn, girl. I didn't expect my meek little mouse to turn into this.
This what?
Forget it. You made your point, now stop it.
Poitier waves a hand, signaling the conversation's end.
But you kinda missed my point. I'm worrying that the Foundation is gonna punish you for leaking classified information. Won't you get in trouble?
Though I may be a vigil of the Foundation, before that, I am the descendant of the Liang family. I'm obliged to do all that is necessary to fulfill my destiny. And given the circumstances, I think providing all relevant information that might assist us in catching the thief and retrieving the threatening arcane objects is worth bending the rules. Just a little.
Just a little. Despite her conviction, Liang can't help but hesitate a little.
Besides, I'm not under any orders to keep this a secret, so...
Cheeky, and you say you don't like bending the rules. I see you, boo. And I like it. Come on, let's work this out together, partner.
Which one is my room again? Oh, right. I wrote it down. Let me see. There it is. I almost went too far again.
She is so me.
Now the key card. Where did I put it? Oh, here.
Home sweet home. Oh, I'm exhausted.
The camera-headed girl freezes in place. 2 officers are standing in her sweet home.
Latham, right? It's been a while.
We have some questions for you. Please try to cooperate.
Liang steps forward and closes the door on her behalf. It's Jover. Oh my, I have to fight her. Where is it? Here. Jessica P2. I have her. Yay, yay, yay.
I'm so glad we meet again. When you were gone, I collected every hair of yours and put them in that drawer.
Also, wait, I gotta... Where is Necrologist? Here.
Hello.
This
Welcome
voice
to
line,
the
wait.
Tombstone. My apologies.
This one, I think.
1930s porno clippings in the attic? Oh, my apologies. Allow me to correct myself. It's the 1930s girls' sensual parts clippings. I'll look for them. You want me to destroy them as soon as possible?
Why does Verton have those? Looking at you. I wanted her skin so bad, like this one garment, but I really don't use her, but this one is so pretty. I love the boots, I love the dress, I love the coat, I love her hat. I love everything about it. I really like it. These boots are so pretty. My Beast team sucks. Because, like, I only ever, like, put, Isolde
I can hear the cheering.
and Lucy because, you know, Melania was really good when she first came out, but, like, Goat, like, somehow fell off. When you find out Yo Goat washed. Also, where is Lucy? Huh? Oh, here.
Battery checked.
Which of these darlings shall
Give me a woman like her, Lord, please. Yeah, didn't you go on a date yesterday, or was it today? What are you doing in my room? This is a serious, criminal offense. Get out of my room, or I'm calling the police. The phone is right here in my hand. No need for that. I am the police. What? You're that vigil from the hospital. I was sure I had shaken off this person. So what do you want with me? I think you already know the answer to that.
Perfectly understood. Please, allow me. Relax, I've got it in the loop. Oh, so that's what finished the song.
Loading, charging, loading.
Loading, charging, loading. Yesterday? Oh, okay. Like, yeah, what happened to that? You said it went well.
You and me, master.
She's so cute. She's so cute. I really like her. When an unsuspecting prey steps into a carefully laid trap, the outcome is already decided. We got V1 from Ultra Kill in Reverse 1999. Can you believe that I have never played Ultra Kill? I have heard about it because I watched a video about it with a friend like a year ago, and like it looks pretty cool, but I haven't played it yet. Cause like bright lights and everything make my head hurt. I'm like headache master 3000.
All right, fine. I'll tell you everything. It was me, okay? They said I stole those arcane objects and sold them for money. Well, maybe I did. Ouch!
They said I did, so obviously I did. Okay, as she speaks, she backs closer and closer to the wall behind her until she smacks her oversized head into the window ledge. A particular word in her statement makes Liang tilt her head.
What do you mean, maybe?
Dude, it's badass. It is! I really like the visuals. I think they're really cool. But like, it's way too bright for me. I might try to play it someday, but I won't make any promises because it might... Like, can you believe back when I was playing Far Cry 3, like the motion blur and everything made my head hurt really bad. So I haven't gone really far in the game, despite me having like beat a bunch of the other games. It has everything except 2 levels on P rank. Oh my! I think that's like really good. Like, isn't it the best you can do on the levels? That's actually quite awesome. Also, isn't it like FPS? I'm really bad at those on the pewter. I actually played Far Cry primarily on the PS4.
Because actually, I can't remember it.
Bro, for gore, what the Sigma?
I can't find my memory film for that time, so really, I just don't know.
Memory film.
The so-called loggerhead girl unawakened isn't exactly a tough one. Within 30 minutes, she has spilled everything. Yes it is. That's actually quite awesome. It is heavy FPS, more like FPS isn't possible. Oh my god. Then I feel I'm going to be really bad at it, because even in like third-person shooters, I'm pretty bad, because my hands are really like jerky and stuff.
So, to summarize what you just said, Latham, you're an awakened piece of a movie projector, which forms a Latham loop. You were designed to play movies, not record them, and that's why you suffer from severe amnesia. You can only recall things that happened within the last 3 days, and after that, you'll forget almost everything. Do I got that right?
I guess so.
You guess so?
Poitier's sudden questioning startles the girl. She shrinks further into the corner, wedging herself between the window and a nearby chair.
I can see why that friend of yours calls you Loggerhead. You deserve the name. What is going on here?
It's understandable. Awakened arcanists often suffer side effects related to their origins and materials, but still, this is quite unusual, to say the least.
The mechanics are very good though. With the right settings you can learn quickly. Huh, I might give it a try then. Like in a while. Cause yeah. I'm not very good at like remembering controls. Cause I struggled with Dark Souls for the longest time. because like I tried to play the first game, and then I got tired quickly because I kept dying over and over and over again. But then like after a while, I somehow did a little better. I'm still not very good at the game though, even though I beat the second game, and I'm on the way to the third. I'm really not good at remembering like controls and stuff.
So she has no memory of what happened 3 days ago, or even any of the cases she was involved in. So then, she's basically useless to our investigation. I can only imagine what a disaster it would be if you showed up in a Detective CO7 movie.
Hey, that's rude. How come I'm a disaster?
Also, I really like Loggerhead's voice acting. I think it's really a fun. They're using like a really fun tone, really fun cadence for her voice. Like, it's just really fun. I really like characters with this type of voice. Dark Souls is very hardcore though. Ultra Kill can be hard, but not as hard as Dark Souls. Yeah, Dark Souls is really, really hard. Cause like I don't know if I'm going to be hung at the town square for this, but I couldn't figure out what to do for the longest time, so I give in, and then I used a guide saying like, oh, you do this and this, and then you go to this place to fight such and such, so and so. And then like it made me get a little better because I didn't keep going to like wherever my heart pointed me to go. Loggerhead is a camera head. Yes, she is. I find it very funny. I hope we get like more like silly awakened characters. I know we had like Pioneer, Lucy. I think Apple is an awakened as well, but I hope we get more silly ones. The girl, mustering what little courage she has left, waves her metal fists in defiance. But her feeble resistance has no effect on the officers. After sighing in unison, they exchange a glance. Nah, guides are normal. I use them too. Sometimes it's impossible to fight certain things without a guide. Yeah, it is, like especially in Dark Souls, because like if you go to the wrong place, perhaps you can just like be stuck there. Like it gets perhaps really hard to go back to the bonfires if you didn't have like already the fast travel items. I think they were a thing on the first game and you only got it after a bit. But I think in the second game you already got them like from the start. At least that's what I remember. Actually, you know what? I think my favorite Dark Souls game, like suffering aside, was Dark Souls 2. I played the regular version, not Scholar of the First Sin, because it was so pretty. It was so like, I don't know, it was very soulful. It had a ton of NPCs who were fun, and I really, really, really liked Majula, like the town. I like it better than Firelink Shrine, to be fair, even if there's people as well in Firelink Shrine. But it's just that Majula has like this little town energy, and as someone who like was raised in like a smallish town, it's like, yeah, that kind of reminds me of that. I really like Majula.
What do you think?
I've made a request for Miss Latham's detailed records, but I don't think she's lying.
Dark Souls 2? Yes, because I played like Dark Souls Remastered, and then I played the second game so I could progress to 3. And like 2, I haven't killed King Vendrick, but I have like done the main thing you were supposed to do, which was like kill Nashandra. Also, I really liked the Emerald Herald. I think she was really pretty. Like, oh my god, she's so pretty. Like, wistfully gazing into the sea every time I go talk to her. I thought that was like very... girl was aura forming, basically. But I also think it is a really good game. Even like the base version. Even though I struggled a lot at the like the place with there's a lot of people who like keep slinging spells at you and you have to like trudge through water. That was really lame.
Back at the hospital, the best lie she could come up with was a hamster riding a stethoscope. I kind of doubt she's a master manipulator.
Yep, I really like Aldia. Dark Souls 2 is overhated, isn't it? I haven't played, I think Aldia only shows up in Scholar of the First Sin, because I think that's like the Scholar of the First Sin from what I've heard. But like, yeah, even without that, I still think it's a great game. Like, I don't know, I feel like, because in the other games you're like, oh my god, you're the chosen one, you are going to save everyone. But in like Dark Souls 2, you're just someone. You're just a guy, you're just a girl. And you go on an adventure and you end up saving the world. I think that's really fun. I think that's a really, really nice way to go about a story. Also, we are approaching the midpoint. So I'm going to stop at the midpoint. Not that we're there yet, but I will stop at the midpoint to leave some content for Friday. Unraveling the mystery. Dispel the fog, unravel the mystery, and they'll claim that this is the truth.
Let me sort things out.
In Scholar of the First Sin, you have the choice to deny your destiny and search for the truth. Huh, that's fun. I don't remember if that's how it goes on the base version, but I don't remember. I think it's just like linear, because I don't know if there was a choice, but I chose to like do whatever Shanalot asked me to do. She was like, do this, go there, and I was like, me when a bad bitch tell me to do something. Salute emoji.
Miss Loggerhead, you said you could record and save your memories using a special type of film developed by Laplace, which means that even if you don't recall taking anything from the Arcanum Containment Department, your film should show whether you did or not. But the fact is, the films are gone. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I usually carry my most important memories with me and leave the others in my room. The Foundation staff checked the visitor log after the stuff was stolen. Turns out, I was the only one who visited the office that day. So they sent people to my room and checked all my film. But they didn't find anything.
It's like after Audia shows up, he yaps about doing your own thing and be a sinner. What? That's crazy. I'm not sure what like Audia shows up for or like what he talks about, but that seems like definitely a moment in Dark Souls history. And also unrelated to the Dark Souls talk, but I like how like I think the way the reverse characters are animated during conversations is like really soulful. They like have their own gestures, their own like mannerisms, and I think that's really cool. Like Loggerhead tapping at her head.
Then they said they already had other evidence, so...
Loggerhead's voice trails off and someone else completes her words.
So they just declared Loggerhead guilty. but that doesn't make any sense to me. Something must be wrong.
The Foundation employee who claimed to be hunting Loggerhead received a call from Liang just 10 minutes ago. But the moment she stepped into the clue-filled hotel room, laid eyes on Loggerhead, she blurted out, "You're still here?" And just like that, the final piece of Loggerhead's testimony was confirmed. The two girls sitting on the bed lowered their heads in silent understanding.
So, when you found Miss Latham, you bought her a train ticket instead of putting her under arrest.
I know I've gone against orders, but I'm sure Loggerhead didn't do this. She's my friend. I can't just arrest her and have the Foundation lock her up. I'm sorry for keeping all of this from you, but you're a vigil. I had to be careful. So, if it's not crossing a line, Miss Liang, Miss Potier, can I ask you to keep this between us? You can report it after we find out who's really done this.
Could you, please?
This gesture is really cute. Scott's eyes gleam pleadingly, and Loggerhead's lens gleams as she stares at the officers in expectation. The pitiful expressions on both their faces would tug at anyone's heartstrings. Liang almost feels as though she's tormenting some kind of harmless creature. But this unofficial interrogation isn't over yet.
We'll talk about that once we figure out what the hell's going on. Back to the case. You said she gave you a train ticket. What are you still doing here?
Loggerhead lets out an awkward laugh.
Actually, while I was on my way to the train station, a car on the other side of the street lost control and hit my cab. Thankfully, it crashed into the passenger seat where I was sitting. My metal's much stronger than human flesh.
Liang searches her memory for a moment.
That's right. There was a car accident yesterday morning. The driver suffered some kind of unknown mental abnormality while he was on the road. Maybe he's fallen victim too. What happened next?
I was sent to the hospital, and you showed up. I thought you were gonna arrest me, so I ran as fast as I could. I threw away my cell phone and contact device as soon as I left the Foundation. Scott said they could use them to track me down. I couldn't get a hold of anyone and didn't know what to do. And even though I don't know for sure, I really don't think I'm guilty. It's super weird to be on the run when you feel like you're innocent. So, I went back to Chinatown to ask Director Noir for help. She was the only one I could contact directly.
A crucial name.
Noah. Could you tell me how you got to know her?
Of course. Let me see. Walk of Fame. Walk of Fame. Okay, now I just need to turn left. Wait, which way is left again? It changes every time I turn, right? Gosh, how the heck do people read maps?
Are you alright? It seems you could use some help.
Noir stopped to help me. She was really interested in my head, so we had a little chat, and I found out she was a director. She offered to take me to the Walk of Fame. We talked a lot about movies on our way there. Then I told her I was traveling alone, so she invited me to join her movie shoot in Chinatown.
This girl has no survival instincts, does she?
How could I say no? I mean, she's a famous director. There's no way I'd miss a chance like that.
Interesting. That was the same day that odd things started happening in Chinatown.
The head that was bobbing excitedly comes to a hesitant stop.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Did anything strange happen that day?
Loggerhead's lens flickers, seeing something has surfaced in her mind.
Let me see. I did find a strange film reel when I was unpacking that night.
A strange film reel?
Wait, could that be...
All three of the others immediately perk up at the mention of those words. But perhaps due to the limited field of vision of her camera lens, Loggerhead remains oblivious to their gazes. Instead, she pulls her backpack toward her, muttering to herself as she leisurely rummages through it.
Yeah, a strange film reel. I've gotten into the habit of labeling my films like check every day or check from time to time, so that I know what to watch to keep important things in my mind. I was gonna do a review that night, but when I looked through my film, there was a roll without a label on it. It couldn't have been mine because it was made of a different material. I was so curious about it, you know? So I played it.
What did you see?
It was a movie, I guess, but it was pretty short. More like a demo or a trailer or something. But it was so weird. Like a jumble of pictures and sounds. It didn't make any sense to me. I don't know, maybe it was a prank or something?
She halts her search and looks up blankly.
What's wrong?
The film, it's gone.
What?
Loggerhead shrinks nervously once again.
I can't find it. It was right here in my bag.
Give it to me.
In one swift motion, Poitier snatches Loggerhead's backpack and appends its contents onto the bed.
Damn, first time I've seen a bag messier than my sister's. Do you ever organize your stuff?
Like a whirlwind, Poitier tears through Loggerhead's things, ignoring her shrieks of, "I just forgot to throw that away," or, "and I still need that," as she ransacks not only the backpack but the entire room. Finally, she has no choice but to accept a rather disheartening conclusion.
Nope, nothing. You didn't take it out and lose it somewhere, did you? Mistake it for a tip for your pizza guy or something.
I forget things, but I'm not an idiot. I didn't lose it. Check my film if you want to prove it. It just disappeared into thin air.
But your film only records what you saw. Someone might have taken it when you weren't looking. Does anyone else know about this film reel? Did you have any visitors or notice anything suspicious after you played it?
Suspicious? I don't think so. At least I didn't see anything. The only person who visited me afterwards was Scott. She came to tell me I was wanted by the Foundation. Oh, but actually I wasn't alone when I played it. Noir was with me. She said she was interested in my memories, so she came and...
The others stare at Loggerhead as if she's grown a second head. She nervously swallows the rest of her sentence.
What's wrong?
So, it was Noir who took the film?
Oh my.
What are you?
A solid punch sends the men flying. At least that's what was supposed to happen.
Sorry, Director. I'll try again.
Don't bother. Clearly, your martial arts skills are severely lacking. I don't want you to hit your head when you fall to the ground. Go. Take a break.
The disheveled actor still wants to argue his case, but everyone knows that once this director makes a decision, she won't change her mind easily. In the end, she simply sighs and steps aside. He simply
That was
sighs.
the last one, Director. There are far fewer stunt performers with martial arts experience here than in Hong Kong. Master Lau and his men will arrive in a few days. Perhaps we could shoot the scene then?
Nicholas is on a tight schedule. I doubt he'll change it. Let me see what I can do.
A single sentence is far from enough to capture the many difficulties the famous Hong Kong director has faced since working overseas. Leaning back in her wheelchair, she discreetly scans the set, searching for the missing piece of the puzzle.
Her again?
Glenn follows Noir's gaze.
Oh, that young officer?
What do you want? Listen, I don't know what you are trying to do, but can't you just leave us alone? Sorry, ma'am. This is a closed set. If you don't have a warrant, please leave.
Guys, relax. Liang isn't as mean as she seems.
Clearly, the arrival of a certain vigil cadet is unwelcome, so much so that even Loggerhead is being eyed with suspicion. But Liang ignores them. She locked onto her target the moment she scanned the set and is already striding straight toward her. She stomps a few paces in front of the person in question.
I must
Stops.
say, I didn't expect to see you so soon, officer. Is there something else you wanted to ask me? I think I made myself perfectly clear this morning. I know nothing about your case.
No, madam. I'm here to help.
Help with what?
Miss Latham mentioned that you were looking for a qualified stunt performer for your movie. I'd like to help with that, if you don't mind, as an apology.
Noir blinks.
You surprised me again.
Let's see, what's this? Double check. Okay, I admit, I've always been something of a movie buff. Great, we've hit a dead end. Just what exactly did we miss? Maybe we should go over the items in Loggerhead's bag again. Loggerhead? Seriously? She packed all these film reels, but somehow missed the most important one. Look at this. Was she planning to open a video store? So many movie reels. Hey, Liang, these ones are in Chinese, right? Yes, sir. That's the Chi-Men Fighters. Here's Miss Vampire and the Trouble Lunatics. Classic Hong Kong films, but it's unclear if these were Loggerhead's collection or gifts from Director Noir. I still have no idea what's going on in the story here. Yeah, like me too, kind of, because it just started out as like it's like a not exactly a thriller, because they're like they're not detectives, because they're like with the police, they're cops. And at first they were like investigating like a vigilante who was like hurting people, like bad people, who like maybe like just didn't get too harsh of a punishment for stuff. And now they're going like they're trying to find a film reel that's like apparently cursed or something. So there's a lot going on, and they're investigating all of that, and apparently it's all like connected. Cause they first talked to that director Noir about her getting like stalked and getting like threats. But then she's like, I have nothing to do with that. Can you please leave? We got Batwoman in reverse 1999. Hell yeah. You got so? But yeah, a lot of stuff is happening. And I'm not sure I follow. But we have Loggerhead, so I'm happy. And we have Noir, so I'm happy. But I'm a little... I don't know, I'm a little suspicious of Scott. I don't know why. Good grief. Do we need to watch all of these? We don't have that kind of time. No, I don't think so. These are just regular film reels, and their stories aren't related to our investigation. Huh, I almost forgot you used to sneak around and watch movies behind your parents' backs. Your knowledge is broader than I thought. So, other than CO7, which one here is your favorite? Our time is running out. Dull as ever, I knew it. But if we wrap this up quick, you should watch Miss Vampire. It's a hallmark of Hong Kong Arcanum films. Oh, I'll remember that. We've gone through the bag, but the missing reel isn't here. Perhaps it's time for us to try something else. Yeah, let's hear what our big shot director has to say. This is like Dexter and Poitier's Officer Dokes. Huh, I'm not sure who these are. Because I like, I'm assuming from a movie or something like that. but I don't remember watching it. I still have some stamina left, so I'm trying to level up my young Yue.
Hello, ma'am. I'm writing a report on the
She's so
critter
cute.
world at
Also,
Dr.
she has a
Showdown.
gun.
The first thing we learn
What
as
a
agents is to
Sigma.
always stay alert and always stay informed.
So I'm gonna just like farm those, and yeah. I'm also probably going to do some off-screen farming, cause like I log in pretty much every day, not just when I'm streaming.
Uh-oh. That is the honor of the forest.
They are much naughtier than the Foundation's kids.
Also, I gotta get her Psy Cube.
To this day, the spring thunder in Jingzhe echoes in my ears.
Awesome. But yeah, we've reached the halfway point. So that means we should... Also, what is this? I don't do the critter stuff in Wilderness, so... I'll check it out later today perhaps, or during the week, if I have the time. Because I'll be attending to duties during the week, aka I'll be working on assignments, because I'll be at uni. Also, oh my god! It has lyrics? What a Sigma. So yeah, I've heard it was like about to like it had an odd 20-something chapters. So we'll be on Friday continuing from here. And yeah, I hope we get this mystery solved once and for all. I will probably be ending stream because I'm very hungry. I'm really hungry right now. Because I forgot to have lunch. This is so cheeks. But I don't know if I'm gonna have lunch or if I'll just like eat a snack. But that's about it. I'll be kind of busy during the week, but I'll be here on Friday for sure. And so yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Hope everyone had fun. I did. And I'll be holding myself back to not progress through the story before Friday to see with you guys. But yeah.